Welcome in once again to Josh Francis Field at Black Cat Stadium for Class 2A District 7 action between the undefeated Prestonsburg Black Cats rolling into tonight's matchup 7-0 on the season, 2-0 in district play against a team that has given them some fits over the last 10 to 15 years, the Leslie County Eagles. A lot on the line for both of these programs here tonight, and we will have all the action for you over the next couple of hours. Good evening from Prestonsburg, the star city of Eastern Kentucky. Josh McKinney, Steve Sloan, and Josh Peach Page making his return to the camera this evening for Prestonsburg and Leslie County. And Steve, it's another picture-perfect night here in Eastern Kentucky. Fall is in the air. District play is getting into the meat of the schedule. Only a couple of weeks left in the regular season for high school football, and you're really starting to see that postseason picture take shape all across the state, especially here in the mountains with Class 2A District 7, and both of these teams looking to secure a couple of things with a potential win here tonight.
Yeah, and of course, like you said, weather-wise, we're perfect. Another perfect night. Fall is indeed in the air, getting cooler, darker earlier. That means that's a pretty good sign of playoff football on the horizon. Only a couple of weeks left here in the regular season, and Prestonsburg trying to cap off or try to continue their undefeated run as of right now. But a very, very pesky Leslie County team that we seen a couple of weeks ago that had a very impressive performance against Floyd Central. You know they want to come in here and play Spooler tonight.
Couple of Black Cats on the sidelines in jeans and street clothes. Could that be a factor tonight against Leslie County, who I'm sure will come in wanting to throw the football? We saw Floyd Central have some success through the air last week against the Prestonsburg defense that has been as stingy as they get all season long. We'll see, and we'll dive deeper into the matchup, of course, on both sides of the ball as we roll through the pregame show. It's high school football tonight and all season long, presented by Appalachian Wireless. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. We'll have your pregame show in 2 minutes as we count you down to kickoff between the Black Cats and the Eagles on FM 100 Sports.
When you walk into Howard Family Pharmacy, you'll always find someone you know and trust.
Hi, this is Wes.
Hey, it's Tiffany.
Hello, this is Joanna.
Hey there, this is Stacy.
If your current pharmacy is going out of business, or if you're just tired of dealing with the big chain pharmacies and mail order companies, then Howard Family Pharmacy is here for you, providing the kind of care you can count on from people who truly care. Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern, where it's always about family.
What is it about golf that draws you to it? Is it the morning dew, rising off the course, or the majestic beauty that captures your heart? Is it the challenge of playing a game that can't be won? Or is it the relationships and the stories that will last a lifetime? Plan your trip now to Stonecrest Golf Course in Prestonsburg. Visit them at stonecrestgolfcourse.com.
This is Tanner Hesterberg with Hesterberg Law Firm, and we're making sure every kid in Floyd County has a great Halloween, but we need your help. We're collecting costumes for students whose families need help. You can assist by buying a costume from our Amazon list or referring a child in need. Every costume goes to local schools. Let's make sure no child goes without a costume this Halloween. Visit HesterbergLaw.com for the Amazon link or call us at 606-313-1133.
Make your dream home a reality with Solid Rock Development. Dedicated to providing premier customer service with unparalleled workmanship, Solid Rock Development will exceed your expectations, keep you up to date on the status of your construction project while meeting your deadlines. Using only the highest quality building supplies and equipment, Solid Rock Development will construct a home built to last for generations. Call 606-371-4807 for Solid Rock Development in Garrett, or find Solid Rock on Facebook.
Live and local, there's only one, WMDJ.
Back here at Black Cat Stadium, Prestonsburg High School, home of the Black Cats, taking on Leslie County tonight. Before we get into the pregame show for our football game, a big congratulations to head coach Jason Sloan and the Prestonsburg boys soccer team, who last night captured the 15th Region Championship, a 1-0 thriller on the pitch against Johnson Central at Johnson Central High School. 1-0. Prestonsburg winning the 15th region in 3 games, outscoring Shelby Valley, Pikeville, and Johnson Central 23-0. They didn't concede a goal en route to their region championship. Congratulations to Jason Sloan and the Black Cats, 20-2 on the year. Their only 2 losses coming way back on August the 21st to East Carter and to Bethlehem in the All-A Classic State Tournament. So best of luck to them next week in the state soccer tournament. They will take on Powell County out of the 14th region.
Congratulations, guys.
So congratulations to Jason Sloan. They'll be recognized here momentarily prior to kickoff tonight between Prestonsburg and Leslie County. It is now time, speaking of the football game, to get you set for kickoff with your countdown to kickoff. Brought to you by Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern. Pharmacist Wes Howard, Tiffany Jacobs, Stacy Conley, and Jonna Newsom are always there to answer any questions or concerns you have about your medications. You'll always be treated like family when you visit Howard Family Pharmacy. Call 358-4800 or 949-4800 for Howard Family Pharmacy. And what better way to get you set for kickoff with your tail of the tape, brought to you by Hesterberg Law Firm, where you always receive great defense of your legal needs. That's attorney and good friend Tanner Hesterberg and the Hesterberg Law Firm, defending Kentucky. This is the 27th meeting all-time between these two programs. Back in the mid-2010s, a big district rivalry was brewing between Eddie Melton and John DeRosset. They met in 2023, the first time they had met in a couple of years. Prestonsburg has the edge 17-9 all-time versus Leslie County, including a 9-4 record here at home. And they're looking for their first 3-game winning streak over the Eagles since winning 6 straight from 1990 to 2004. And we mentioned moments ago, Steve, a lot of things on the line for both of these teams. For Leslie County, in a 5-team district, of course, you're not guaranteed a playoff spot. For the Eagles, it's pretty simple. If you win tonight, you're in the postseason.
Yeah.
They've already registered a district win over Floyd Central. So if you win tonight, you get a second win. Knott County is off tonight. Leslie gets a spot in the postseason. If they lose, depending on what happens next week or even tonight with Floyd Central versus Martin County, or next week Floyd versus Knott, you have possibly a 3-team tiebreaker that could come into play. Leslie, I'm sure, just wants to win, secure their spot, and start looking to the postseason. For Prestonsburg, if you win tonight, at minimum, you are at home in the first round of the playoffs. And this is a very tough place to play, especially in the postseason. Also, if they win, you have still on the table a district championship, which would be at home the first 2 rounds at least, and then you kind of play the RPI game for that 3rd round region final. But so a lot on the line for both of these two teams. If you win, there's still some really good things on the table in terms of postseason football that I'm sure both of these teams, both of these head coaches, Wes Hager and Brian Hubbard, kind of want for their respective teams.
Yeah, and especially with Prestonsburg, you have so much momentum going right now, undefeated, wanting to defend your home field and keep this undefeated streak alive and run the table for the rest of the regular season and make it yourself easier in the playoffs, especially getting a home game. And we've seen last year it was the same situation. They have 2 first-round games in the playoffs. So, and you had mentioned how tough it is to win here over the years, and the home field advantage here is back now with the success they've had the last couple of seasons, and it's definitely going to be that way if they can keep this momentum going. And you had mentioned for Leslie, winning you're in. That's as simple as that. So if they can get the job done tonight, and you mentioned the tiebreaker scenarios, it's going to be a little more cloudier if they do lose when you throw in Floyd and Knott. But Leslie said it earlier, they want to play Spooler tonight and cause a first defeat for Prestonsburg. And we seen them a few weeks ago against Floyd Central. They have the potential to do it. It is there. They have a lot of talent. They just got to do it tonight.
Prestonsburg currently sits atop the Class 2A District 7 standings, 2-0 in the district, 7-0 overall. They're tied with Martin County with district records of 2-0, but because of the RPI, Prestonsburg gets the edge, ranked 7th in the RPI, Martin County ranked 9th. Knott County Central off this week. They're 1-2. Leslie also 1-2. They are ranked just behind Knott Central. Of course, Knott beat them head-to-head. And then down there at the bottom, Floyd Central 0-2. Floyd Central, if they can just put everything together, all 3 phases, could be a spoiler or even kind of play themselves into the postseason tonight or next week, taking on the Cardinals and Patriots, respectively. We will dive into the Eagles and Black Cats specifically and see what both teams have to offer and see what both teams maybe could potentially threat the other team with on both sides of the football in 2 minutes as your countdown to kickoff, brought to you by Howard Family Pharmacy, rolls on. It's the Black Cats and Eagles on FM 100 Sports.
For over 30 years, the attorneys at Mocha Nunnery Law Office have chosen to fight for injured individuals rather than companies, standing up for the rights of folks just like you. The combined experience of Tom Moak, Dee Nunnery, and Jacob Moak will fight for you, whether you've been injured in an auto accident, personal injury claim, workers' compensation, Social Security, or have a federal black lung case. Injuries are life-changing. Let Mocha Nunnery help you move forward. Call 886-1515 for Mocha Nunnery Law Office, Prestonsburg, Pikeville, Hazzard.
Hey there, this is pharmacist Valerie Akers, owner of Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Did you know that lifestyle changes, along with the right vitamins and minerals, can play a crucial role in breast cancer prevention? Studies have shown that supplements like vitamin D, folic acid, and vitamin B12 can work in the prevention of breast cancer. Omega-3 oils are also very important in protecting yourself against breast cancer. At Parkview Pharmacy, we offer specialized advice, supplements, and support to help make the right choices for breast cancer prevention.
Want to know the secret to a healthy smile? You won't find it in a bottle. The secret is found in simple, everyday brushing, flossing, and regular checkups with Martin Dentistry. Recently voted as the best dentist in Floyd County, Dr. Stacy Martin offers preventative general dentistry treatments and checkups to patients of all ages. Martin Dentistry would like to thank their patients for their trust, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Call for an appointment, 285-9444 for Martin Dentistry.
This is Douglas Ray Hall, your Floyd County Circuit Clerk. For over 25 years, I've been promoting and praising our local athletes. That behind every athlete, there's a team, but it's not just coaches and teammates. It's parents who wake up early for practice, grandparents who cheer the loudest every game, and family members who stand by through every victory and defeat. They give their time, their energy, and their endless support, shaping the hearts and the minds of the next generation. To the parents, grandparents, and families of our athletes, thank you. We are forever grateful. Douglas Ray Hall, your Circuit Court Clerk.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
If you are watching on Facebook or YouTube, you are seeing the soccer team that we just talked about moments ago be recognized on the field for capturing the 15th Region Championship. Just last night, defeating Johnson Central 1-0. They will play Powell County next week. Head coach Jason Sloan and the Black Cats, we wish them all the best of luck and congratulations on that region title. Hashtag hardware alert. I'm sure AD Tony Pacheco out there excited for the soccer team. Let's now talk about Leslie County. We're about 17 minutes and change away from kickoff between Leslie County and Prestonsburg. 2-6 on the year under first-year head coach Brian Hubbard. 1-2 in district play. In two of those district losses to Martin County and Knott County Central, they were outscored a combined 80-30. They were 19 of 45 passing, 2 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions in those two losses. In every other game this season, 7 touchdowns and 3 picks. They're going to throw the football.
Yeah.
They can score some points, and we saw last week against Prestonsburg, Floyd Central was able to move the football. This Prestonsburg defense that we saw 2 weeks ago, 10 sacks on Knott County Central, 14-15 tackles for loss. They didn't get to Keatron Mays last week one time. So I kind of expect Braden Hubbard, Leslie's junior quarterback, to throw the ball around. You've got Rylan Simpson, Caden Shepard, Mason Lewis out there at receiver, Parker Sizemore. They've got some playmakers, Aiden Carr out of the backfield. You know, Leslie, I'm sure they saw the film, and they probably saw some things. Hey, we like what we've got. We put up 60 on Floyd Central. Why can't we come in here tonight and put up some points on the scoreboard?
And it's the thing, Josh. We seen what the game plan for them was against Floyd Central a couple of weeks ago over in Hyde. They ran the ball. They ran the ball because Floyd Central has had a tough time all season stopping the run. We've seen what Floyd Central was able to do against Prestonsburg last week, passing the ball, moving the ball well, efficiently down the field in both halves, even in the first half. But those turnovers were just killers in that first half. And you alluded to it, Leslie County is going to come in here and have the same game plan. It's all dependent on the offensive line. If the offensive line can give Holland enough time in the backfield to make enough plays, and he's got the playmakers. We've seen them before. And Aiden Carr is going to be the guy who can he can run the ball, and he can come out and he can receive as well. And so he's going to be one of the key guys for Leslie County. And I mean, not very many flaws defensively for Prestonsburg, but they did get carved up pretty nicely, I guess, for Floyd Central last week against the Jaguars. So Leslie County going to come in with that same game plan. They got the guys to do it. They just got to go out there and get the job done.
Holland at quarterback, 672 passing yards, 8 touchdowns, 4 picks. On the ground, a pretty efficient runner as well, 244 yards and a team-leading 8 touchdowns on the ground for Holland. Aiden Carr, you mentioned him, 452 rushing yards and 3 scores. And then you've got Caden Shepard, Rylan Simpson, each with double-digit receptions at the receiver position. Defensively, it's going to be interesting. Leslie County, they give up almost 38 points a game. That's 36th out of 40 teams in Class 2A. But they're 10th in rushing yards allowed with less than 100. They have only allowed in their 8 games more than 200 rushing yards twice. That was to Eastridge, who runs a funky, gimmicky, wacky offense with 17 running backs in the backfield, and Martin County, of course, who has just been able to run over everybody. So this is a team that, on paper, has defended the run pretty well. The Animal tonight on the other side of the football, a little bit of a different beast.
Yeah, I don't know if they've seen anybody like Kane Patton so far this season. And you alluded to their run defense, one of the tops in the state, but also they're second in 2A with 12 fumble recoveries. I mean, they can cause a lot of turnovers.
Looking at my notes?
No,
I had that down too.
Right here. Hey, I'm prepared too, bro. I'm prepared. But yeah, 12 fumble recoveries. Not only they forced a lot of fumbles, but they have been able to recover a lot of fumbles as well. So, and of course, we know what Prestonsburg does offensively. They're going to run the ball, and that's one of my keys to the game when we get to that a little later. But I mean, defensively, and you talk about Aiden Carr leads the team in rushing yards and leads the team in total tackles as well. So he's a do-it-all guy, Iron Man type player. So if anybody's going to try to contain him, it's going to be Carr, because we've seen the athleticism he possesses a couple weeks ago against Floyd Central. So defense is going to be a big key to try to stop this running game against Prestonsburg that nobody really has so far this season.
Leslie has not fared well on the road. They've lost 4 straight games away from Hayden. Their last road victory, the regular season finale last season on November the 1st, 35-6 win versus the Pineville Mountain Lions. So Leslie, this is a place where they played well at times. They last won here back in 2015, 10 years ago, 30-20, knocking off the Black Cats against a team that we'll talk about a little bit later tonight. Of course, this big year of celebrating 100 years of football tonight. Prestonsburg will be recognizing and honoring the 2000 to 2019 teams. And so we'll talk about a couple of those teams specifically throughout the night, throughout the evening, and especially at halftime when those players and teams are brought to midfield. If you are listening on your radio dial, 100.1 on WMDJFM.com, Facebook, YouTube, regardless of how you're tuning in, we greatly appreciate you choosing us for tonight's broadcast, Prestonsburg and Leslie County, this Class 2A District 7 matchup. We'll take a break and come back and talk about the home team tonight, the Prestonsburg Black Cats, undefeated, ranked 7th in all of Kentucky in Class 2A. The Countdown to Kickoff show continues. It's the Eagles and Black Cats on FM 100 Sports.
Kentucky Farm Bureau has provided folks in the Bluegrass with quality insurance and dependable service since 1943. As your local agent, John Greer Hunt is proud to serve the Floyd County community and to help get the right protection for your home, auto, life, or business. For a free quote, call John Greer Hunt today, 606-791-2122, or stop by the office at 1288 South Lake Drive in Prestonsburg and ask to speak to John. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
For over 30 years, families in our community have relied on McDowell Professional Pharmacy, a name you know and trust. Pharmacists Steve and Alicia Dawson are here to guide you with care, knowledge, and a friendly smile. Whether it's answering your questions, helping you manage prescriptions, or offering advice you can count on, they're always ready to serve. And don't forget, they offer free delivery right here in the area, bringing the care you need straight to your door. McDowell Professional Pharmacy, where experience, trust, and community come together.
This is Tanner Hesterberg with Hesterberg Law Firm, and we're making sure every kid in Floyd County has a great Halloween, but we need your help. We're collecting costumes for students whose families need help. You can assist by buying a costume from our Amazon list or referring a child in need. Every costume goes to local schools. Let's make sure no child goes without a costume this Halloween. Visit HesterbergLaw.com for the Amazon link or call us at 606-313-1133.
What is it about golf that draws you to it? Is it the morning dew, rising off the course, or the majestic beauty that captures your heart? Is it the challenge of playing a game that can't be won? Or is it the relationships and the stories that will last a lifetime? Plan your trip now to Stonecrest Golf Course in Prestonsburg. Visit them at stonecrestgolfcourse.com.
Want to know the secret to a healthy smile? You won't find it in a bottle. The secret is found in simple, everyday brushing, flossing, and regular checkups with Martin Dentistry. Recently voted as the best dentist in Floyd County, Dr. Stacy Martin offers preventative general dentistry treatments and checkups to patients of all ages. Martin Dentistry would like to thank their patients for their trust, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Call for an appointment, 285-9444 for Martin Dentistry.
Make your dream home a reality with Solid Rock Development. Dedicated to providing premier customer service with unparalleled workmanship, Solid Rock Development will exceed your expectations. Keep you up to date on the status of your construction project while meeting your deadlines. Using only the highest quality building supplies and equipment, Solid Rock Development will construct a home built to last for generations. Call 606-371-4807 for Solid Rock Development in Garrett, or find Solid Rock on Facebook.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Back here at Josh Francis Field at Black Cat Stadium, 9 minutes away from kickoff between the Leslie County Eagles and Prestonsburg Black Cats. We've talked about the Eagles, Steve. Let's now look at Prestonsburg, a team we've seen several times this season. 7-0, 2-0 in district play, 18-2 under the leadership of head coach Wes Hager in his second season. Those two losses to Breathitt County on the road by the river last year, and here at home to Somerset in the region final. We've talked about they can secure at least one home playoff game with the win tonight, and they have a plus 30 scoring margin on the year on average, 46-16. Of course you did. 46-16, the average score. That is third in all of 2A, behind only Beechwood and Mayfield.
And that's your two top teams right there at the
Absolutely.
state.
Those two teams, probably along with Owensboro, Catholic, and Belfry, are the top four, at least in RPI. But this is a team that can beat you in the air. They can beat you on the ground. They have scored on special teams, and they force turnovers. And they force turnovers. They get in the backfield. Samuel Hyden, the freshman, leads this team in interceptions. It's a team that doesn't have a whole lot of holes in any of the three phases that you look at: offense, defense, and special teams.
No, and you talked about how they force turnovers on defense. They capitalize on offense as well. They will score off those turnovers, and it was very evident last week against Floyd Central, forcing those three fumbles, and they scored in less than 2 plays, maybe 3 plays on a couple of those touchdowns. But just a complete package. I mean, we've talked about it several times, Josh. This season alone, you talk about the best teams here in this area. I mean, if you go by basketball, you want to call it 15th region, or here just in this general area, you got to mention Johnson Central. They're probably the best by far. And you got to put Pressburg in that conversation too. Pressburg, I was talking to one of their coaches earlier, walked by and said, "How you feeling tonight?" And he said, "It's just focus. It's just focus on this game right now, because they got a big one looming ahead next Friday. They don't want to look ahead. They got to stay focused on this Leslie team." And we talked about Leslie earlier. They've given them some fits the last couple of years. The last 2 games have been single-digit victories for Prestonsburg. But, I mean, just the way this defense plays, they are relentless. And I said that several times a couple weeks ago over at Knott Central. Just relentless. And we talk about the big names, Barron Kraft, Brody Hicks, Noah Price, who is unfortunately out tonight with a foot injury. I talked to him yesterday, said he should be good to go for Martin next week. That's why he's sitting out tonight. But you look at one name we really don't talk about a whole lot is Maddox Pugh. 75 total tackles on the season. 75.
That's a decent amount.
That's a lot. I mean, 20 solo tackles, so he's getting it done on his own a lot too. And you got guys, Logan Stumbo, 65 tackles on the season. Drake Hatfield, who's he plays a lot more in the secondary, has 44 tackles on his own. So this defense is just all over the place, and we haven't even talked about the offense yet. I know you had mentioned the way they can get things done just all over the board, especially with running the ball, and Kane Patton. It's really a combination of him and Drake Hatfield. But talk about Alex Johnson, the quarterback. Got over 1,000 yards passing last week and it was perfect 6 for 6, and but it all revolves around Patton. We've talked about him so many times this season so far, over 1,100 rushing yards, almost 500 receiving yards. I mean, he is an all-purpose dual threat guy, and we were talking a little bit in pregame that they're going to try to maybe experiment with him some more on the defensive side of the ball as well. And he has played. He's got 37 tackles as well. So, but just like they're the complete package right now, and they are just absolutely rolling.
Logan Hall, Daniel Adams, Kane Patton, and Hayden Hartz walking hand in hand along with Wes Hager to midfield for the coin toss. Leslie's captains out there are Mason Lewis, Brandon Lumadou, Caden Caldwell, Brian Hubbard, the head coach out there, along with Peyton Fouts for the coin toss. And we saw some guys last week get in there kind of late in that second half in the win over Floyd Central. Barrett Hunter caught a touchdown pass. Brady Allen's been consistent. Samuel Hyden has been locked down at corner on the defensive end. Brody Hicks, you mentioned, is one of a dude that just puts fear in offensive linemen's eyes on the defensive side of the football.
Craft as well.
And it's, Patton gets a lot of attention, and rightfully so. We've talked a lot about him this year. But they play such complementary football on both sides. I mean, they could care less who scores. They could care less who gets the tackle for loss. They don't care about any of that stuff. All they care about is that first number in the record.
That's all.
And the second number is a 0.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all this Black Cat team cares about.
And we've seen so many times this season that they are going to do whatever it takes inside the lines to stay undefeated.
Leslie County has won the coin toss, and we will see the Eagle offense first as they have elected to receive. We'll take one final 2-minute break and come back with your keys to victory as we wrap up this countdown to kickoff, brought to you by Howard Family Pharmacy. Black Cats and Eagles, moments away on FM 100 Sports.
For over 30 years, the attorneys at Mocha Nunnery Law Office have chosen to fight for injured individuals rather than companies, standing up for the rights of folks just like you. The combined experience of Tom Moak, Beatty Nunnery, and Jacob Moak will fight for you, whether you've been injured in an auto accident, personal injury claim, workers' compensation, Social Security, or have a federal black lung case. Injuries are life-changing. Let Mocha Nunnery help you move forward. Call 886-1515 for Mocha Nunnery Law Office, Prestonsburg, Pikeville, Hansard. When you walk into Howard Family Pharmacy, you'll always find someone you know and trust.
Hi, this is Wes.
Hey, it's Tiffany.
Hello, this is Jonna.
Hey there, this is Stacy.
If your current pharmacy is going out of business, or if you're just tired of dealing with the big chain pharmacies and mail order companies, then Howard Family Pharmacy is here for you, providing the kind of care you can count on from people who truly care. Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern, where it's always about family.
This is Douglas Ray Hall, your Floyd County Circuit Clerk. For over 25 years, I've been promoting and praising our local athletes. That behind every athlete, there's a team, but it's not just coaches and teammates. It's parents who wake up early for practice, grandparents who cheer the loudest every game, and family members who stand by through every victory and defeat. They give their time, their energy, and their endless support, shaping the hearts and the minds of the next generation. To the parents, grandparents, and families of our athletes, thank you. We are forever grateful. Douglas Ray Hall, your Circuit Court Clerk.
Kentucky Farm Bureau has provided folks in the Bluegrass with quality insurance and dependable service since 1943. As your local agent, John Greer Hunt is proud to serve the Floyd County community and to help get the right protection for your home, auto, life, or business. For a free quote, call John Greer Hunt today, 606-791-2122, or stop by the office at 1288 South Lake Drive in Prestonsburg and ask to speak to John. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Black Cats and Eagles, we're counting you down to kickoff. Now time for your keys to victory, brought to you by Stonecrest Golf Course and Top Tracer Golf. Come and experience Top Tracer, now available with every bucket of balls and open till 10 o'clock. Compete on virtual courses from around the world and fun for the whole family. Stonecrest Golf Course and Top Tracer Golf in Prestonsburg. For those keys to victory, Steve Sloan, what do the Black Cats have to do tonight to come away with a win and get at least one home playoff game in the 2025 postseason?
They got to get pressure early on the quarterback. We talked about it in the pregame. Of course, we know what damage that defensive line, that front seven can do, even with the linebackers when you talk about Pugh and Logan Stumbo as well. Get pressure in the backfield like they did against Knott Central a couple weeks ago. Try to make Holland's life miserable where he won't be able to make any sort of plays. Running game's going to be key as well. Actually, 2 and 3 kind of coincide with each other. Running game, taking care of the ball. We talked about Leslie County's ability to be able to force fumbles and recover fumbles. They have a ton. They've forced a ton, and they've recovered 12 on the season. And we know how Prestonsburg loves to run the ball. So, Lawrence County is going to be trying to do some stripping of the ball, some of those old-fashioned peanut punches, as they used to call them in the NFL back in the day. And if they can force some turnovers, give themselves a shot, but Prestonsburg got to take care of the ball, and they're going to run it down Leslie's throat.
Your keys to victory brought to you by Stonecrest Golf Course and Top Tracer Golf. That wraps up our countdown to kickoff, brought to you by Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern. That's 358-4800 or 949-4800 for Howard Family Pharmacy. I see watching on the Facebook feed Frank Sloan. Poppy, hope you and Miss Agatha are doing well, and also my mother-in-law Betty Moore, and she is watching Carter Jackson tonight. So Carter, if you're watching with Mimi, I love you, buddy. I'll be home at some point tonight. You'll probably be in bed. But Carter loves going to Mimi's house. So I saw that they're watching, and we appreciate everyone tuning in. Uniform watch. Prestonsburg in their home red, kicking left to right, and Clay Runyon kicks it off. It's fielded at the 25 by Mason Lewis. Takes it off to the right. He's going to get around 2 Black Cats at the 30 and shoved out of bounds across the 35-yard line at the 37. Prestonsburg in their home red, the traditional black helmet with the red P. Leslie, their away white jerseys with that light gold colored pants with a maroon stripe down the side. And the maroon wing on the helmet, kind of a la Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay, yeah, I like that. And then I love the all-red look of Prestonsburg, too. And then you got that black helmet with that chrome P on the side. And we talked about it a few weeks ago. That is just one of those classic traditional looks here in the mountains, and they are definitely popping tonight.
Braden Holland opens and breaks the huddle with trips to the left, 1 in the backfield, 1 receiver split wide to the right. It's a shotgun pass for the lefty. Steps up in the pocket. First play of the game is going to be brought down. Barely got past the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him a gain of a yard. Brody Hicks, the first player there for Prestonsburg, for the minimal gain. Nearly had him for a loss.
And that's what we talked about. And Leslie County lineup in shotgun and trips to the left, 3 wide, and great coverage by the secondary. And then there just wasn't nobody open. Holland had no time, and that D-line's going to get there real quick.
Joey Hicks also watching from Nelson County, Bardstown. Beautiful Bardstown, yes. Class of 1981. Joey says, go Black Cats. That Black Cat pride doesn't die very easy.
No.
Trips to the left for Holland again. Clean shotgun snap. He throws to the flat. It's caught by Parker Sizemore across the 40 up to the 42. Going to be shy of a first down, but a solid pickup on 2nd and 9 for the Eagles, and Sizemore is slow to get up. Sandwich kind of in there between 2 Black Cat defenders.
I mean, he went up high to catch that, and he took a hard hit. Maybe just knocked his breath out as he got up, and then on his own, running off on his own, that's great to see. But this will set up a 3rd down here for Leslie County, and the game plan's pretty simple so far. We're just going to pass the ball.
It's been 2 passes so far. Well, 1 drop back. The Holland had to kind of scramble ahead for a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3 at their own 43-yard line for Leslie. 2 receivers each way for Holland, joined in the backfield by Aiden Carr, the team's leading rusher. Shotgun snap is good. Handoff goes to Carr. It's a reverse. Fumbled in the backfield. Picked up, though, by Rylan Simpson and dropped for a big loss of 8 yards back to the 35.
Look who it is.
Cash Montgomery. Yeah, I gave your iPad to Mom. No, yeah, you left it in my car. Yeah. Oh, Cash just getting back from baseball practice. The East Kentucky Thunder in action tomorrow down in Hazard.
And that was a little sort of a trickery. You mentioned the Eagles. I think might have tried to run a Philly special there, and Simpson was not able to hold on to the ball. And Prestonsburg defenders were right there to stop that one dead in its tracks.
It looked like it might have worked had Simpson not bobbled it, but nonetheless a big loss. There's a flag before the snap of the punt. That's a line drive punt. Bounces at the 35 of Prestonsburg. Will go out of bounds. We'll see what the flag is for.
Looks like there might have been a little movement on the line there.
And we'll wait the official word from the head official. So a 3 and out for Leslie County. A quarterback scramble for a yard. Illegal formation by Leslie will be declined by the Black Cats, and they'll actually accepted by the Black Cats. They'll repunt.
Okay, we're moving back a little further, so let's just playing the field position game here. Prestonsburg is. See, Cash.
Oh, Cash Montgomery.
I gotta love the kiddos.
Had 2 flag football games this week.
Oof.
Baseball practice, the 2 free nights he had.
It never ends.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh, listen, I'm the same way, man. I picked my boys up from middle school basketball practice earlier, and they'll be rolling right into that season here starting soon.
4th and 16, low snap, bounces to Simpson, barely does get it off, and it is straight up into the air and will bounce at the 48, will bounce across the 50. Simpson hit the deck. He's lobbying to the official who was right on top of it about roughing the punter. I didn't see the end of it, but I know he went down and he was surrounded by Black Cats. Nonetheless, a punt across the 50 to the Prestonsburg 48, and that is where the Black Cat offense will set up following a 3rd and out by that stingy Prestonsburg defense.
And they are just pack of dogs, man. They just go right. They will pounce on you so quickly, and we've seen that so many times so far. Just that gang tackling mentality. And sets up Prestonsburg offense in good field position.
1st and 10 at their own 48. Kane Patton split wide out to the right. A.J. Johnson in shotgun with Colin Hatfield. Shotgun snap, quick outs go to Patton. Catches it at the 48 and will be brought down right there out of bounds. Maybe got an extra yard after the catch up to the Leslie 47 after a gain of 5 on 1st down for Prestonsburg.
So a little play action there with the, of course, going to Patton. There in the open, or here on the short field, but was able to get a few yards, and you think they're going to go back to running the ball here.
Brady Allen wide to the left, Patton split wide to the right on the near sideline. Hatfield in the backfield with Johnson. Shotgun snap is good. Handoff goes to Hatfield. Gets popped at the 45, still churning his feet. He's going to pick up a 1st down up to the Leslie 41-yard line. And a new set of downs moving the sticks for Prestonsburg.
Yeah, that was just a heck of a run right there. Like you said, they got Hatfield right there at the point of attack. And he is just he's got a lot of quickness, but he's got a lot of more strength and power that he used on that run to be able to get that 1st down.
Barron Kraft checking into the Prestonsburg lineup, replacing Hicks on this 1st and 10 from the Leslie 41. 1 receiver each way for quarterback Johnson in shotgun. Now puts Hatfield in motion down to tight end. Patton in motion left to right. Jet sweep on the touch pass to Patton. Gets hit in the backfield but escapes. Gets across the 35. Shoved out of bounds shy of the 30. Was hit in the backfield for a loss, but Leslie could not wrap him up. That was Braden Holland on the point of attack, but Patton still able to get 9 yards on that pitch and catch.
Just so elusive, man. He just, like you said, Holland had him right there in the backfield, and he was just able to find a way, find an open lane to get that extra yards and set up an easy, manageable 2nd down, I should say, here for the Black Cats.
2nd and 1, 8 minutes to play on the scoreboard, just getting things started here in the 1st quarter. Johnson on the QB keeper around the left side. Gets a big block from Hatfield. Bounces outside at the 15 and is wrapped up and brought down just across the 10 at the 10-yard line. A big pickup of 22 yards on 2nd and short for quarterback Alex A.J. Johnson.
And we talked about how he can run the ball effectively, and we've seen that very well last week against Floyd Central, and another big gain right there. Just so many weapons at Coach Hager's disposal to be able to run the ball and throw the ball to as well.
He had the 1st down anyway, but then Hatfield sprung him for an extra 15 yards. A big block on a Leslie County linebacker sets up 1st and goal at the Leslie 10. First drive of the night for this Prestonsburg offense. It's the wishbone. Johnson turns, gives it to the 2nd man through, and into the end zone is Patton, who's wrestled to the ground, and he bounces up into the face of the Leslie defender.
Little extracurricular. He didn't like being slung down after the touchdown, but nevertheless he got in. And I think the refs wasn't really nothing there to minister a flag or anything. Just tell them to just break it up and go your separate ways. But a nice little sort of a gadget play right there, to fake handoff to Hatfield, and Patton was able to get in for yet another rushing touchdown. I think that may be his 15th on the year.
That would indeed be his 15th rushing touchdown. On to attempt the extra point is Donnie Tyler Stevens. Brady Allen, the holder at the 10. Snap is back. His hold is down. The kick wide to the left. So the score stays 6-0 Black Cats. 7:20 to play, first quarter. Back in 60 seconds on FM 100 Sports.
Hey there, this is pharmacist Valerie Akers, owner of Parkview Pharmacy at Mini. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Did you know that lifestyle changes, along with the right vitamins and minerals, can play a crucial role in breast cancer prevention? Studies have shown that supplements like vitamin D, folic acid, and vitamin B12 can work in the prevention of breast cancer. Omega-3 oils are also very important in protecting yourself against breast cancer. At Parkview Pharmacy, we offer specialized advice, supplements, and support to help make the right choices for breast cancer prevention.
This is Tanner Hesterberg with Hesterberg Law Firm, and we're making sure every kid in Floyd County has a great Halloween, but we need your help. We're collecting costumes for students whose families need help. You can assist by buying a costume from our Amazon list or referring a child in need. Every costume goes to local schools. Let's make sure no child goes without a costume this Halloween. Visit HesterbergLaw.com for the Amazon link or call
Live and local.
313-1133.
Live and local. There's only one. WMDJ.
Clay Runyon with a squib kick on the kickoff after the Prestonsburg touchdown, fielded at the 25-yard line by Mason Lewis, was able to squeeze through some Prestonsburg defenders and get all the way up to the Black Cat 45-yard line. A big return by Lewis to set up the Eagles in excellent field position.
Yeah, great field position there, and that one kind of backfired on Prestonsburg as Leslie County was able to find an open lane, and they're just about right at the 40-yard line here, and we'll see what they can do offensively, but this Prestonsburg defense, tough to go against.
Two receivers each way for the southpaw quarterback, Braden Holland. Shotgun snap is a good one, and he's got the halfback screen to Carr at the 45, gets it across the 40, shy of the first down by a couple of yards, and boy, right in Holland's face was Donnie Stevens, but a great play call on 1st and 10 by Coach Hubbard sets up the Eagles at 2nd and 3 after the halfback screen to Carr.
Yeah, that's what usually happens on those little screens right there. You're going to face a lot of pressure, but credit to Holland for being able to get that pass off to Carr and was able to pick up some positive yardage.
2nd and 3 at the Black Cat 38-yard line. 6:37 to play, first quarter. Prestonsburg converting its opening drive, a 10-yard touchdown run by Kane Patton. Some may say Hurricane.
All right, well, I have a few times.
Second down play, Holland keeps it on the QB keeper, runs over a defender
man.
at the 36, and he's going to go down at the 37. About 2 yards shy of a first down, brings up 3rd and short.
Well, he lowered the boom on the initial defender there for Prestonsburg, but then, like I've said before, that gang mentality, had 3 right there in on him to stop him, set up a 3rd down here for the Eagles.
3rd and 2 from the Prestonsburg 37. One would think it's a 4-down territory for the Eagles. You're kind of too far for a field goal, and there's a whistle by the head official.
Inadvertent whistle, maybe?
A sideline warning to Prestonsburg.
Okay.
I didn't see the flag on the near sideline, just in front of the Black Cat side. So now we'll start back the clock. 5:50 and counting in the first quarter. The other district game going on tonight, number 9 Martin County up in Eastern taking on the Floyd Central Jaguars. Betsy Lane playing host to Belfry. Holland under center. It's going to be a QB keeper, goes right inside the tackle and the guard in the center and picks up more than enough for the first down. A gain of 4 will move the sticks for the Eagles.
That was a big 3rd down conversion right there. They just, hey, our guys against your guys on this one, and Leslie County won that battle, setting up for another first down here for the Eagles.
And if you're wondering, yes, Belfry has been to the hill at Betsy Lane before. It's been a while. 2002 was the last time Belfry made the trip to Betsy Lane. They've actually met 5 times in history, Belfry winning all 5. But now with the new realignment, that is a district game. So the Pirates and Bobcats hooking up tonight over in Stanville. Trips to the left for Holland and shotgun. It's going to be a wide receiver screen to Parker Sizemore just across the 35. Going to be brought down for a loss on the play. All kinds of black hats in the vicinity, led right there by the guy you talked about, Steve, Maddox Pugh.
Yeah, and they sniffed that one out pretty quickly. Pugh leading the way, and just a host of defenders there for Prestonsburg to set up looks like about a 1 yard loss here for Leslie County on second down.
And you can tell Leslie wants to get the ball out of Holland's hands quick.
Yeah.
They know the defensive pressure Prestonsburg can bring. They look at the numbers. They've seen the tape. If he hangs on to it too long, one, it could be a negative play, or two, he could get hurt. Holland in shotgun again. Takes a snap. It's a clean one. Over the middle, and it's nearly picked off by Logan Stumbo. Boy, he read that pass beautifully, intended for Parker Sizemore. Stumbo nearly came away with the pick. Falls incomplete, brings up 3rd and long.
Very athletic play there by Stumbo to be able to jump as high as he did, to be able to deflect it. And even Barrett Hunter was behind that. If he would have been a little closer, he could have tried to intercept it off the deflection. But nevertheless, another 3rd down. See what this Black Cat defense can do to try to hold them here.
3rd and 11 for Leslie County from the Prestonsburg 34. 4:17 to play, first quarter. Black Cats on top, 6-0. Trips to the right for Leslie, one wide to the left, that's Sizemore, and a whistle and a flag in the defensive backfield. A delay of game called on Leslie.
I guess anybody can throw a flag, but that's on a delay of game. It's very rare to see it thrown from the back judge. So that'll move Leslie back even further. 5 yards, so it'll set up a 3rd and 16. Looks like about the 39.
3rd and Lancer for Leslie from the 39-yard line.
You have been on that all season.
Listen, just having fun, brother.
Hey, that's all we can do.
3rd and 16 from the Prestonsburg 39. Leslie probably looking at 4-down territory. Trips to the right for Holland and shotgun. Carr on his hip. Snap is a good one. Holland rolling to his right. Turns back to his left.
Wow.
He's got Carr on the screen. Gets across the 40. Not much more after that. Maybe gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Creative play call, but there on the play was Brody Hicks along with Drake Hatfield. And that's going to bring up, they're going to give him 7, bring up 4th and 9.
He was lucky to get that. Like I said, it was a nice design play, but there's no fooling this Prestonsburg defense. They were on top of that one as well. And sets up a 4th down, and you mentioned the 4-down territory. It looks like they're going to go for it right here. You just about have to.
Holland 4 of 5, so he's been an efficient passer, but those 4 completions going for just 19 yards. 4th and 9 from the 33, 32, and Brian Hubbard of Leslie is going to call a timeout. 3:29 to play, first quarter. Leslie down 6-0, facing a 4th and 9 on the Prestonsburg 32-yard line. This on-field timeout brought to you by Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie, where pharmacists Valerie Akers, Shannon Turner, and their staff will always take time out to help you with your medications. Take time out for your health care and visit Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie. 4th and 9, Leslie County's longest play of the night so far has been 7 yards. Those are both completions from Braden Holland to Aiden Carr. They need 9 on this 4th down play, Steve. It's going to be a passing play. What passing play are you drawing up over there in that Leslie County huddle?
Well, nothing's really worked so far, even with the sort of trick plays they've tried to run, or of course sort of a gadget play. But I mean, you got guys like Carr and even Simpson. We've seen his ability to be able to catch the ball a couple weeks ago. So, I mean, you tried trips to the right to start the game. That didn't work. Looks like they're just going to line up a couple on each side and see what they can do. Maybe try to find some separation in that coverage.
2 receivers each way. In motion is Brandon Lumadou, left to right. Holland drops back. Looking to his right. He's going to throw deep, and it's nearly picked off by Samuel Hayden. He nearly had another interception. This one falls incomplete. Intended target out there deep on the right side was Simpson, and it's going to be a turnover on downs for Leslie County.
And that looked more so just like a like a vertical route right there. That and you got to give it to Sam Hayden. a ball hawk only as a freshman. We talked about his ability in the secondary with 3 interceptions already and almost had a 4th right there. But this Prestonsburg offense will now take over.
And he is a big physical corner.
Yes.
He's only going to kind of grow into that body, as you mentioned, a freshman. Prestonsburg takes over at its own 32. 2 receivers to the left for Johnson in shotgun. Hands it off to Hatfield. Met immediately behind the line of scrimmage, and he may have fallen forward for a yard. And I think he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage for a gain of 0.
Yeah, he was lucky even to get that because he was able to elude that first defender, but a couple of Leslie County guys right there to wrap him up, setting up a 2nd down.
2nd and 10, less than 3 minutes to play, first quarter. A little bit of a slower pace than I think I kind of thought coming into the game. We've seen Leslie score a lot of points. They've also given up a lot of points. Nearly 40 points allowed per game. Flag on the play before the snap. Hatfield went in motion out of the Prestonsburg backfield, and they're going to call illegal motion and back the Black Cats up 5 yards to the 27.
And, you know, we obviously looking down at Coach Hager right there. You obviously can't tell what he says, but body language just tells you, coaches hate these uncostly penalties right here. And you know, that's going to be one thing they're going to look at in film on Monday, and you got to clean those up, especially come playoff time.
2nd and 15 for the Black Cats. They break the huddle. Johnson by himself in the backfield in shotgun. 1 receiver each way. 2 tight ends on the line. Johnson's clean snap, drops back, looking to his left. He's going to throw it deep. He's got Patton back there, and he made the catch.
How in the world did he catch that?
Mason Lewis was all over him defensively, but he didn't get his head around, and Patton went up and beat him to it.
I mean, he was in double coverage, too. Like you said, Lewis was on him, and then there was another defender right there that could cause more pressure, but, man.
A gain of 38 yards from Alex Johnson to Kane Patton. And that play, a beautifully thrown football to start, but then Patton went up and made a play. 1st and 10 Black Cats at the Leslie 35.
Listen, I know we got a player of the game, but that was right there was a play of the game nominee, and that was something.
Wishbone formation for Johnson. Turns, gives it to the first man through. It's Hatfield. Bounces to the outside. He's got the first down and more. Hatfield lowers his shoulder across the 20 and picks up a first down to the 17-yard line.
And just as soon as you talk about the slow pace, Josh, Prestonsburg's starting to pick up that quick rhythm that we're accustomed to. And they are rolling right now on the 17-yard line, looking to try to punch it in here maybe before the end of this first quarter.
A gain of 13 on first down for Colin Hatfield. 1st and 10 Black Cats at the 17. Same wishbone formation. Johnson under center. Brady Allen split wide out to the left. Johnson turns, gives it to Patton. He's following his blocker. He's following Stumbo, and he's going to follow him for a first down up to the 5-yard line, setting up 1st and goal.
And he was just leading his blocker, pretty much had his hand on his back. He was able to pick up more yards because of that. He just had led another first down here in the red area for Prestonsburg.
1st and goal, Black Cats, 1:13 to play, first quarter. 2nd offensive possession. They forced a 3-and-out defensively on Leslie's first drive, a turnover on downs, and now trying to capitalize, make it 2 scores in 2 offensive trips for Prestonsburg. Wishbone again, Johnson under center. Snap, turns, gives it to Patton. Tries to make one man miss at the 5, and he's going to get no further than the 4. Maybe the 3. There's a late flag coming in from the back judge at the point of attack at the 4-yard line.
May have been a little extracurricular on that one. Is usually what those flags will indicate after a play is called dead.
It was a gain of 1 by Patton. He sidestepped a defender at the line of scrimmage at the 5, but couldn't get no further than that. And the flag on the play is a dead ball, personal foul against the Eagles, and that will be an automatic first down and a half a distance to the goal at the 2-yard line. Actually, not an automatic first down. It's going to be 2nd down. 45 seconds on the first quarter clock. Johnson under center, Hatfield and Patton behind him. Johnson turns, gives it to Patton, and he's going to fight his
I think
way
he got in. He
across
did.
the goal line for a Black Cat touchdown.
Man, he earned that. When you've seen Aiden Carr from Leslie County come up right at the line, he was trying to read that play, kind of like Troy Polamalu back in the for the Steelers back in the day. He tried to sniff that one out quickly, and Kane Patton really had to earn that one as he got in for his second touchdown of the night.
Another McDowell Professional Pharmacy touchdown. More than 3 decades of serving Floyd County, a name you know and trust, McDowell Professional Pharmacy. So after the first PAT was no good on their first touchdown, Prestonsburg now going for 2 to make it an even 14-0 lead. Johnson in shotgun, Hatfield in the backfield with him, and a whistle and a flag on the play. We're going to get some movement up front on that Leslie defensive line.
That's going to make the attempt a little easier for Prestonsburg.
They'll move the ball half the distance to the goal, to about the 1.5-yard line, and we'll try it again. Prestonsburg making no changes. Johnson still in shotgun. Fakes it to Hatfield. Johnson runs it in himself, and the 2-point conversion is good. 38 seconds to play, first quarter. Prestonsburg 14-0 over Leslie County. Back in 1 minute on FM 100 Sports.
Want to know the secret to a healthy smile? You won't find it in a bottle. The secret is found in simple, everyday brushing, flossing, and regular checkups with Martin Dentistry. Recently voted as the best dentist in Floyd County, Dr. Stacy Martin offers preventative general dentistry treatments and checkups to patients of all ages. Martin Dentistry would like to thank their patients for their trust, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Call for an appointment, 285-9444 for Martin Dentistry. When you walk into Howard Family Pharmacy, you'll always find someone you know and trust.
Hi, this is Wes.
Hey, it's Tiffany.
Hello, this is Joanna.
Hey there, this is Stacy.
If your current pharmacy is going out of business, or if you're just tired of dealing with the big chain pharmacies and mail order companies, then Howard Family Pharmacy is here for you, providing the kind of care you can count on from people who truly care. Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern, where it's always about family.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
14-0 Black Cats, 38 seconds to play, first quarter. Clay Runyon kicks it off and is going to kick it out of bounds at the 27-yard line. That's going to be a flag. Free kick out of bounds, and Leslie will take over offensively with some pretty good field position on its third offensive drive of the half.
Josh, we've seen it so far that we talked about the Prestonsburg defense and until we can't anymore, but I tell you what, it's just they have really put a lot of pressure on this Leslie offense. Leslie's had a few good plays, but nothing really downfield, and that kick return really set them up in good field position last possession, but they weren't able to capitalize on that. And then, of course, Prestonsburg offense really got at a very nice rhythm, fast pace. Their last drive, and they have a 14-0 lead right now. Leslie's got to get something going, and one thing that's really hurt them the last couple of, even on defense, is penalties as well.
4 receivers out to the right in a stack formation for Holland and shotgun. 1 receiver to the left. Snap is good. It's going to be a wide receiver screen to Waden Whitehead. A wide receiver pass, and it's near.
Now think about it being intercepted.
It is picked off.
Wow, he bobbled it.
Picked off by Clay Runyon.
Clay Runyon, he bobbled it and then was able to come down with it. An incredible effort there by Runyon to get that play. And we've got a Leslie player down, but they tried to run a little trickeration yet again, and it just did not work.
The ball was underthrown a little bit by, again, that was Waden Whitehead, the receiver. On the wide receiver pass, the intended target was Simpson, and the ball underthrown a little bit. A couple of Black Cats in the vicinity. Runyon came actually back to the football, was behind Simpson, tapped it up into the air, and was able to dive and secure it before it hit the turf. An outstanding athletic play.
And just great concentration, too, to be able to stay focused after the tip to be able to catch the ball. And hopefully the Leslie player is down right now.
It looks to have been a lineman that is down. Of course, we're watching the football downfield. Prestonsburg will take over at their own 47-yard line after the interception. And that's one thing that Leslie did not want to do, have to have short drives, 3-and-outs, or turnovers. And both Big and Little Hager making their way across the field. Sean and Wes to check on the Leslie County player. We'll take a break and send it back for a short break and be right back. Prestonsburg leads at 14-0, 28 seconds to play in the first quarter. The Black Cats will take over after the INT by Clay Runyon. Leslie having a player attended to on the far sideline. We'll take a short break and be right back. It's FM 100 Sports.
Hey there, this is pharmacist Valerie Akers, owner of Parkview Pharmacy at Mini. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Did you know that lifestyle changes, along with the right vitamins and minerals, can play a crucial role in breast cancer prevention? Studies have shown that supplements like vitamin D, folic acid, and vitamin B12 can work in the prevention of breast cancer. Omega-3 oils are also very important in protecting yourself against breast cancer. At Parkview Pharmacy, we offer specialized advice, supplements, and support to help make the right choices for breast cancer prevention.
For over 30 years, the attorneys at Mocha Nunnery Law Office have chosen to fight for injured individuals rather than companies, standing up for the rights of folks just like you. The combined experience of Tom Moak, B.D. Nunnery, and Jacob Moak will fight for you, whether you've been injured in an auto accident, personal injury claim, workers' compensation, Social Security, or have a federal black lung case. Injuries are life-changing. Let Mocha Nunnery help you move forward. Call 886-1515 for Mocha Nunnery Law Office, Prestonsburg, Pikeville, Hansard.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
The player down for Leslie was sophomore lineman Peyton Fouts. Was able to walk off the field under his own power.
It's good to see. I know he was down for a little while there, but at least he was able to had a little bit of a noticeable limp, but he was able to walk to the sideline by, a little bit of assistance, but he looked to be okay, and hopefully he will be.
Couple of score updates. Martin County leads Floyd Central 10-0. I don't think on a field goal or a safety. But you don't see a lot of 10-0 scores around here.
Not around here.
And then Belfry leads Betsy Lane 14-0.
That sounds right.
Black Cat football following the interception by Clay Runyon. 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. Johnson in shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And whistle and a timeout called by Wes Hager prior to the snap. This on-field timeout brought to you by Parkview Pharmacy at Mini, where pharmacist Valerie Akers, Shannon Turner, and their staff will always take time out to help you with your medications. Take time out for your health care and visit Parkview Pharmacy at Mini. 28 seconds to play, first quarter. It's been a methodically paced first quarter of action. Prestonsburg leads at 14-0. A couple of touchdown runs by Kane Patton, 10 yards out and 2 yards out. Alex Johnson converting a 2-point conversion. That's how you got the 14 points. Leslie's been bitten by some unfortunate circumstances. A 3-and-out on their opening drive. They got the football first. They got the football in some good field position. Kind of set back behind the chains because of some penalties, and then the interception on another kind of a deep in the playbook play, the wide receiver screen pass, and kind of backfired, and Wade and Whitehead threw the interception, although a great athletic play on the other end by Runyon, of course, to get the pick. But no matter how you slice it, it's a turnover. It's a giveaway.
Well, they had the turnover on downs, and then the very next possession they throw the interception, and then even earlier on they had a near fumble. So a lot of these trick plays just have not been working for them.
Shotgun snap for Johnson is good. He's rolling to his right. Chased by Simpson in the backfield. Throws out of it. He's got Barron Kraft across the 50. Nice job by Johnson to evade the pressure. Good job by Kraft to find an open spot of the field. Bumped out of bounds. A short gain of 5 yards on the pitch and catch. And that might be the final play of this first quarter. And there's a flag on the play, so maybe not. Kraft was shoved out of bounds at the Leslie 47. We'll see what the flag is for. It is a defensive holding.
Okay.
In the Leslie County defensive backfield.
So another costly penalty there for Leslie's. They had a couple on the last drive for Prestonsburg on offense, and like you had mentioned, the escapability there by Johnson, able to get out of that pressure, man, and just displaying his athleticism and be able to throw the ball accurately on the run like that to find Kraft to gain positive yardage, and then the penalty will help as well.
5 yards from the end of the run, but it's also an automatic first down as defensive holding. So they'll move the chains. Now 1st and 10 Black Cats at the Leslie 42. And waiting to see if the clock will roll. And I think we're going to get maybe one more play in as the clock will start on the snap. Prestonsburg breaking the huddle. 1st and 10 at the Leslie 42, up by 14 here late in the first quarter. Single back Hatfield behind Johnson. Turns, gives it to him. Met immediately at the 46-yard line. Breaking through was Aiden Carr for the tackle for loss. So he met Hatfield as soon as he got the ball from Johnson, and that is the final play of the first quarter. Prestonsburg 14-0 over Leslie County as we flip fields, and we'll go to quarter number 2. Back in 60 seconds on FM 100 Sports.
For over 30 years, families in our community have relied on McDowell Professional Pharmacy, a name you know and trust. Pharmacists Steve and Alicia Dawson are here to guide you with care, knowledge, and a friendly smile. Whether it's answering your questions, helping you manage prescriptions, or offering advice you can count on, they're always ready to serve. And don't forget, they offer free delivery right here in the area, bringing the care you need straight to your door. McDowell Professional Pharmacy, where experience, trust, and community come together.
Make your dream home a reality with Solid Rock Development. Dedicated to providing premier customer service with unparalleled workmanship, Solid Rock Development will exceed your expectations, keep you up to date on the status of your construction project while meeting your deadlines. Using only the highest quality building supplies and equipment, Solid Rock Development will construct a home built to last for generations. Call 606-371-4807 for Solid Rock Development in Garrett, or find Solid Rock on Facebook.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
2nd and 13, Prestonsburg after the big tackle for loss by Aiden Carr on the handoff to Colin Hatfield at the Leslie County 45-yard line. Black Cats lead at 14-0 as we're now in the second quarter of play here at Black Cat Stadium. Johnson on the QB keeper, gets across the line, first down, running more. Johnson at the 20, Johnson at the 10, A.J. Johnson for 6.
We talked about his athleticism just on that last play before the end of the first quarter, being able to escape the pocket and throw the ball and get rid of it in a timely manner. That one right there, just using his feet, and we've seen that all season long, and just another weapon for Prestonsburg.
Another McDowell Professional Pharmacy touchdown, a name you know and trust in Floyd County for more than 30 years. McDowell Professional Pharmacy. 40 yards for Alex Johnson for a Black Cat touchdown, and they'll go for 2. In shotgun, Johnson gives it to Hatfield, and second effort is going to get it. And that makes it Prestonsburg 22, Leslie County nothing. 11:51 to play, second quarter, back in 60 on FM 100 Sports.
What is it about golf that draws you to it? Is it the morning dew, rising off the course, or the majestic beauty that captures your heart? Is it the challenge of playing a game that can't be won? Or is it the relationships and the stories that will last a lifetime? Plan your trip now to Stonecrest Golf Course in Prestonsburg. Visit them at stonecrestgolfcourse.com.
This is Douglas Ray Hall, your Floyd County Circuit Clerk. For over 25 years, I've been promoting and praising our local athletes. That behind every athlete, there's a team, but it's not just coaches and teammates. It's parents who wake up early for practice, grandparents who cheer the loudest every game, and family members who stand by through every victory and defeat. They give their time, their energy, and their endless support, shaping the hearts and the minds of the next generation. To the parents, grandparents, and families of our athletes, thank you. We are forever grateful. Douglas Ray Hall, your Circuit Court Clerk.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Mason Lewis fields the kickoff at the 27-yard line, and Mason Lewis is going to take it to the house for Leslie County. Touchdown. Just like that, there's also a penalty flag back at the Prestonsburg 37.
Well, we'll see what the call is here, but Hager doesn't look too happy down there. Neither Hager looks happy down there. And we've seen what special teams can do so far here for Leslie tonight. Had a big-time kickoff return earlier, and we'll see if this one will stand as the refs are still having a conversation.
It looks like it will be against Prestonsburg. It was another squib kick by Clay Runyon. Lewis fielded it at his own 27-yard line and was very patient, waited for something to open up, and then like a cannonball was just shot right through the middle of the field through that Prestonsburg special teams return. Touchdown will stand. A dead ball personal foul against Leslie after the play. So I'm going to assume that was going to be enforced on the kickoff.
Yeah.
So the touchdown is good. A 73-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Mason Lewis.
That's exactly what Leslie needed.
And on to attempt the extra point for Leslie is Kendrick Joseph, who on the season is 11 for 14 on point after tries.
Broadcaster Jinx will probably make it 11 for 15. We'll see.
The left-footed kicker from Hayden.
Rare.
Snap is good. Hold is down. Kick is up. And unfazed by the broadcasters. Joseph splits the uprights.
God lucky.
Leslie on the board, 22-7. Mason Lewis finding pay dirt on the kickoff return. Back in 1 minute on FM 100 Sports.
Kentucky Farm Bureau has provided folks in the Bluegrass with quality insurance and dependable service since 1943. As your local agent, John Greer Hunt is proud to serve the Floyd County community and to help get the right protection for your home, auto, life, or business. For a free quote, call John Greer Hunt today, 606-791-2122, or stop by the office at 1288 South Lake Drive in Prestonsburg and ask to speak to John. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
For over 30 years, families in our community have relied on McDowell Professional Pharmacy, a name you know and trust. Pharmacists Steve and Alicia Dawson are here to guide you with care, knowledge, and a friendly smile. Whether it's answering your questions, helping you manage prescriptions, or offering advice you can count on, they're always ready to serve. And don't forget, they offer free delivery right here in the area, bringing the care you need straight to your door. McDowell Professional Pharmacy, where experience, trust, and community come together.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
22-7, Leslie County finding the end zone on a 73-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by sophomore Mason Lewis. However, for Leslie, after the play, there was a personal foul penalty, so they'll back the kickoff up 15 yards to the 25-yard line, and that is where Kendrick Joseph will be kicking. Back to receive for Prestonsburg, Samuel Hayden standing at his own 35-yard line. And it's a pooch kick, and Hayden will come up and field it, and he'll fumble it, but he'll recover it right at the Prestonsburg 47. So a little shaky for the freshman, but luckily the ball bounced not too far from him. He's able to kind of jump right on top of it, and the Black Cat offense will come out 3 for 3. 3 offensive possessions, 3 touchdowns, and that's pretty much been the case all season long for this Black Cat offense.
And you know, and we talked about it earlier. Coaches are never happy. Really, they're never going to find anything perfect. And I guess the one bugaboo so far for Prestonsburg has been special teams missing an extra point early, giving up 2 big kickoff returns, one being for a touchdown, and even the blunder right here that Hyde nearly had. So we'll see, but we've got the offense back on the field. Let's see what they can do.
Johnson now under center, turns the pitch, goes to the right to Patton. Sidesteps one defender and will be tripped up across the 50 at about the 47-yard line of Leslie, shy of the 45. So a good run of 7 yards on first down for Kane Patton. Was kind of almost corralled in the backfield for a loss, but was able to do the right analog stick and kind of juke back to the left.
Yeah, just great patience there, great elusiveness by Patton to be able to gain a few extra yards. Sets up a manageable second down.
And there's movement up front by Leslie. That's going to be Hagan Collins who jumped the snap. And it's going to move the football up 5 yards and will reset the sticks, giving Prestonsburg a first down on the penalty. That last run put Patton up over 31 yards on 5 carries. 2 of those carries have gone for 6 for Patton. Now 16 rushing touchdowns on the season. Alex Johnson, 2 carries for 62 yards from the quarterback position. 1st and 10 Black Cats. 10:50 to play, second quarter at the Leslie 42. Handoff is going to go to Hatfield around the left side. Cuts it back across the middle. Gets across the 30. Picks up the first down. Brought down at the 28-yard line. A pickup of 14 yards on first down for Colin Hatfield.
And Hatfield having a great first half here as well, running the ball. Just like pretty much everybody else, Patton and Johnson, and you throw Hatfield in the mix, just a tough trio to try to stop.
Only twice in the previous 8 games this season has Leslie allowed more than 200 rushing yards in a game. Prestonsburg has already rushed for 123, and we're less than 2 minutes into the second quarter. Johnson under center, turns, gives it to Patton. Shot out of a cannon across the 20.
Fumble.
And he fumbled it.
I think Leslie
near
might have
the
recovered
15. There. And
I think Leslie County landed on
Leslie
it. They
does
got
recover
it.
it. Tanner Sizemore, the junior, pounced on it at the 16-yard line. And that's going to be a turnover for Prestonsburg. A rare fumble.
Very rare.
By Patton. Recovered at the 16 by Leslie.
Tell you what, Leslie County, even though they've committed some tough penalties that have set them back, even after the touchdown on the kickoff return, a huge turn of momentum right here as Prestonsburg was on the drive, running the ball well, just about getting into the red zone for another potential score. And again, a rare, not only just a fumble by Patton, but a rare turnover for the Prestonsburg offense altogether. Now let's see what Leslie can do if they can keep this momentum going.
If there is a silver lining, you do pin Leslie back deep in its own territory at its own 16-yard line. 10:03 to play, first half. Handoff out of shotgun goes to Carr, and it'll be tripped up right around the line of scrimmage. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, a gain of 0 for Aiden Carr, his first carry of the night, the team's leading rusher at over 450 yards a game, or 450 yards on the season, not per game. That might be a national record.
That would be a world record right there. And again, this Prestonsburg defense is showing how relentless they are. They're not just going to get one guy to get to the tackle, to get to the point of contact, to try to get to the ball. They're going to have 2 or 3. They are just the pack of dogs.
2nd and 10 Eagles. Holland out of shotgun, 2 receivers each way. Faked a snap, he's going to keep it, and he's going to get brought down for a loss back at his own 15-yard line, a loss of 2.
It looked like there was a little miscommunication there. I think, I don't know. It looked like he may have tried to hand the ball off to Carr, and Carr just went without the ball, and Holland maybe lost control of the ball a little bit there and had to fall on it. So another 3rd down here for Leslie County. And you were right, Josh, I guess the one thing Prestonsburg even committing the turnover was being able to, pin Leslie County deep in their own territory. It sets up a tough 3rd down here on the 15.
3rd and 12 from the Leslie 15. Man in motion for Leslie. That's Brandon Lumadou. Holland looks. He's got left. It's picked off by Samuel Hayden. And I thought he was going to be able to run it back, but he falls on it at the 26-yard line. And Hayden's team-leading 4th interception of the season.
And we talk about the ball hawk mentality, and he just showed it again right there. And even that ball went off of Ryland Simpson's hands for Leslie, but Hayden was right there to be able to corral it. And I'm like you, he could have maybe got some yards after the interception, but might have got tripped up or fell. But so we talk about this defense, man. I tell you, forcing a big turnover to get the ball back and try to get another crack at 6.
So the Black Cats get it back right around where they had it before the Patton fumble. 8:27 to play, first half. Prestonsburg by 15, 22-7. Johnson on the QB draw, right up the gut, bounces it to the left side, lowers his shoulder, gets boomed out of bounds by the Leslie defender at the 1-yard line.
Yeah.
A pickup of 25 yards for A.J. Johnson on first down, sets up a 1st and goal at the 1.
And again, he just went right up the middle and then found an open lane to the left and just about was able to get in, and he's not afraid of contact. He's going to lift that shoulder, and he's about earned himself another touchdown. But great run there by Johnson to set up Prestonsburg for another potential touchdown here.
Johnson has attempted 3 carries. He's averaging 29 yards a carry.
That's solid.
Johnson under center. First and goal at the 1 for Prestonsburg. Leaps over the line for the end zone. That's going to hurt his average, but he's going to get his second rushing touchdown of the night for Alex Johnson. Another McDowell Professional Pharmacy touchdown. More than 3 decades of serving Floyd County. A name you know, a name you trust. McDowell Professional Pharmacy. So Johnson and Patton each have 2 rushing touchdowns for Prestonsburg. The Black Cats will
go for 2 again.
Go for 2.
You know, that one missed extra point was it's all it took, I guess. So they went for 2 every other time, and they've got it every other time. So
shotgun for Johnson, fakes it to Hatfield, gives it to Brody Hicks, and Brody Hicks will run it in for 2 for Prestonsburg, making it 30-7 Black Cats. 8:15 to play, first half. Back in 60 seconds, it's high school football on FM 100 Sports.
This is Douglas Ray Hall, your Floyd County Circuit Clerk. For over 25 years, I've been promoting and praising our local athletes. But behind every athlete, there's a team. But it's not just coaches and teammates. It's parents who wake up early for practice, grandparents who cheer the loudest every game, and family members who stand by through every victory and defeat. They give their time, their energy, and their endless support, shaping the hearts and the minds of the next generation. To the parents, grandparents, and families of our athletes, thank you. We are forever grateful. Douglas Ray Hall, your Circuit Court Clerk.
When you walk into Howard Family Pharmacy, you'll always find someone you know and trust.
Hi, this is Wes.
Hey, it's Tiffany.
Hello, this is Jonna.
Hey there, this is Stacy.
If your current pharmacy is going out of business, or if you're just tired of dealing with the big chain pharmacies and mail order companies, then Howard Family Pharmacy is here for you, providing the kind of care you can count on from people who truly care. Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern, where it's always about family.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Back here at Josh Francis Field at Black Cat Stadium, Prestonsburg, another rushing touchdown. Lead at 30-7. And squib kick is going to be recovered by Prestonsburg.
Yeah.
Well, I thought maybe his foot was out of bounds. That was Drake Hatfield, and they're going to give him the recovery.
Wow.
Also down there was Logan Stumbo, as well as Connor McKinney, the freshman. And Prestonsburg is going to recover the football at the Leslie 28-yard line.
So here we go again. That's a tough break for Leslie, having to put that defense back out on the field after they were just back out there. They were just out there. So Prestonsburg going to have another opportunity to put it in for 6.
Up 30-7, 8:12 to play, first half. Patton in the backfield, single back formation. Johnson under center, gets the handoff, does Patton. Gets a nice block out there on the left side by Donnie Stevens. Patton's going to take it inside the 10, tripped up at the 5-yard line. A 27-yard run for Kane Patton on first down, and another first and goal situation for Prestonsburg.
And he just made that 27 look effortless right there, and just and he's kind of like Johnson. He's not afraid of contact. He looks for that contact, and he will lower his shoulder, he will lower his helmet, and try to gain a few more yards than he did there, setting up a first and goal here on the 5.
Johnson under center, turns, gives it to Patton.
Wow.
Patton breaks through 3 tackles, gets across the goal line, and scores another Black Cat touchdown.
Well, Josh, we talked about it last week against Floyd Central, creating turnovers and capitalizing, scoring, and that right there is what, 16 points here in the less than a minute, really. And that was a great run by Patton. It's like he just stopped and kind of sort of like a pro hop to be able to find the end zone for now his 3rd touchdown of the night.
3 rushing touchdowns for Kane Patton on 8 carries, and the Black Cats lead at 36-7. An update from Eastern. Martin County leads Floyd Central 24-6. with about 6 minutes left in the first half. Point after attempt for Donnie Stevens. Snap is back, hold is down. This one is no good. Score stays at 36-7. Black Cats on top of the Eagles. 7:36 to play first half. Back in 60 on FM 100 Sports.
This is Tanner Hesterberg with Hesterberg Law Firm, and we're making sure every kid in Floyd County has a great Halloween. But we need your help. We're collecting costumes for students whose families need help. You can assist by buying a costume from our Amazon list or referring a child in need. Every costume goes to local schools. Let's make sure no child goes without a costume this Halloween. Visit HesterbergLaw.com for the Amazon link or call us at 606-313-1133.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Clay Runyon with the ball on the tee. An update from Betsy Lane late in the second quarter. Belfry on top of the Bobcats 35-0. Clay Runyon squib kick right up the gut will be fielded at the 25 by Lewis. Lewis cannot break through a second and third defender sandwiched between Logan Stumbo and Wesley Van Hoos.
They made sure that he was not going to get any sort of
Hayden
coverage.
Hartz, I'm sorry.
They made sure Lewis was not going to find any sort of open hole to try to gash him again for another big return.
7:32 to play here in the first half.
And Leslie County, I'm telling you what, Josh, it's kind of reminiscent of Floyd Central last week. They had a big touchdown kickoff return, but just haven't been able to capitalize off that. A couple of turnovers now and some costly penalties, and they find themselves in a big hole right now.
1st and 10 Eagles at their own 31-yard line. 2 receivers each way for Holland. Drops back, now getting pressure, steps up, and is going to get brought down for a loss back at the 28-yard line. Logan Stumbo, Maddox Pugh, Barron Kraft, Donnie Stevens. Stop me when there's a name you haven't heard.
Yeah, I think Stevens is going to get credited for that sack right there. I mean, but like
Jaya
you said,
Johnson.
The pressure is just relentless, and I'll use that word the rest of the season. I don't care. Relentless, man. They will get you in a hurry, and that was one of the keys of the game for Leslie. Was going to have to be able to contain that pressure, and they just have not been able to.
Braden Holland unofficially 5 carries for a net gain of 1 yard. And at 6:48 to play in the second quarter, a whistle and a timeout called by Leslie County, their second timeout of the half. 6:48 to play, second quarter. Prestonsburg on top, 36-7. Prestonsburg scored the first 3 touchdowns of the game. 2 rushing touchdowns by Kane Patton, 1 for Alex Johnson. Mason Lewis got the Eagles on the board early in the second quarter on a big 73-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. And then Alex Johnson and Kane Patton each with another rushing touchdown earlier this quarter. And that's where we stand 36-7. Prestonsburg goes on to win this one. Still a long way to go, but if they go on to win this one, if Martin County, if that score plays out the way it currently has over Floyd Central, what a monstrous matchup that game next week will be at Inez, at Martin County in Inez. It's simple. It's the final district game of the season for both Martin County and Prestonsburg, and it's cut and dry. The winner will be your district champion.
Yeah.
Will have home field advantage for the first 2 rounds. The loser more than likely travels to Belfry in round 2.
Jeez.
That's quite the consolation prize.
Yeah,
Trips to the left for Holland out of the timeout, 1 to the right. Snap is a good one. Drops back. Steps up in the pocket. Rolls to his left. He's going to tuck it and run. Gets across the 30 and will be spun across the 35 out to the 37-yard line. A decent gain for Holland on the scramble. Brings up 3rd and long.
Yeah, and he was facing pressure again, just like on the previous play, but was able to get out of it and get some positive yards out of it, setting up a more manageable 3rd down situation here for this offense.
A gain of 9 yards on the scramble for Holland. His longest run of the night. Brings up 3rd and 5 at the 37-yard line. So much more manageable 3rd down than what you were looking at moments ago on 2nd and long. Shotgun snap is good. Holland scanning the field, throws it over the middle, wide open by Simpson, and he is leveled.
Oh, man.
He got hit by Clay Runyon.
And there was an obvious flag on that one, man.
And the flag immediately came out from the side judge.
I mean,
and if you're watching,
gosh,
that hit was about as hard of a hit
brutal
as you're going to see.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness. He's right.
I mean, that is.
Holland stepped up in the pocket, threw right over the middle for it was first down gain, and Simpson.
He had no idea.
Before he could secure the catch.
Yeah.
He had absolutely.
He had no idea the defender was there.
By Runyon.
Oh my gosh!
I mean,
that was one of the hardest hits I've ever seen. Any high school, college, it don't matter, man.
The play itself, the tackle, notwithstanding, the play was a great play by Runyon.
Yeah.
Read beautifully. Saw him come across the middle, caught the ball, laid the hit to him, but it was as vicious of a hit as you're going to see at any level of football. Simpson is being tended to by Leslie coaches. Prestonsburg players have respectfully taken a knee.
Yeah, and Josh, we seen this situation over at Leslie just a couple weeks ago with one of their players who had suffered I think it turned out being a concussion only, but man, you hate to see this again. That was a nasty hit. I mean, obviously the flag came out. They're going to probably get targeting, leading with the crown of the helmet there. But my goodness,
they haven't officially made the call, but that
has to be. Yeah, I think they're just kind of showing the respect right now, just for the player not to.
They have placed the ball. It is a 15-yard penalty up to the Prestonsburg 48. And there's another flag being thrown.
Late.
The White Hat having some words with Prestonsburg head coach Wes Hager. And there's a third flag being thrown.
What is going on here?
Simpson is up on his feet walking towards the Leslie County sideline. Now Coach Brian Hubbard having some words with several officials. So you have the original flag. Let's try to reset things for you. It was a 3rd and short. A pass broken up across the middle by Clay Runyon. The call will most certainly be targeting. So that's the original flag. The ball has been marked off 15 yards. There's also another Eagle down.
I don't think it was Simpson.
It wasn't. You're right. It wasn't Simpson.
Because Simpson is on the far side right now, number 17.
So I won't speculate who the player is. So while all of this is going on, Coach Wes Hager of Prestonsburg is talking to the head official, the White Hat. A flag comes out. And then around the Leslie huddle, as Simpson is getting up and walking away, a third flag comes out. So they've yet to officially announce the initial penalty, which we're assuming is targeting. We'll wait for the official word.
But then who knows what the other two flags
two additional flags.
So.
We will, the player's still being tended to. Chris, back at the studio, we'll send it back for a short break. And while we are away, we will try to keep an eye on the situation. Of course, bring it back and get you updated on what is happening here. 5:51 to play, second quarter. Prestonsburg leads Leslie 36-7. It is Leslie County football. They are tending to an injured player for the Eagles. Both teams have taken a knee, showing great signs of respect, and we will get this sorted out for you in a couple of moments. So we'll send it back to the studio and be right back on FM 100 Sports.
For over 30 years, the attorneys at Mocha Nunnery Law Office have chosen to fight for injured individuals rather than companies, standing up for the rights of folks just like you. The combined experience of Tom Moak, Dee Nunnery, and Jacob Moak will fight for you, whether you've been injured in an auto accident, personal injury claim, workers' compensation, Social Security, or have a federal black lung case. Injuries are life-changing. Let Mocha Nunnery help you move forward. Call 886-1515 for Mocha Nunnery Law Office, Prestonsburg, Pikeville, Hazard.
What is it about golf that draws you to it? Is it the morning dew, rising off the course, or the majestic beauty that captures your heart? Is it the challenge of playing a game that can't be won? Or is it the relationships and the stories that will last a lifetime? Plan your trip now to Stonecrest Golf Course in Prestonsburg. Visit them at stonecrestgolfcourse.com.
Make your dream home a reality with Solid Rock Development. Dedicated to providing premier customer service with unparalleled workmanship, Solid Rock Development will exceed your expectations. Keep you up to date on the status of your construction project while meeting your deadlines. Using only the highest quality building supplies and equipment, Solid Rock Development will construct a home built to last for generations. Call 606-371-4807 for Solid Rock Development in Garrett, or find Solid Rock on Facebook.
Hey there, this is pharmacist Valerie Akers, owner of Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Did you know that lifestyle changes, along with the right vitamins and minerals, can play a crucial role in breast cancer prevention? Studies have shown that supplements like vitamin D, folic acid, and vitamin B12 can work in the prevention of breast cancer. Omega-3 oils are also very important in protecting yourself against breast cancer. At Parkview Pharmacy, we offer specialized advice, supplements, and support to help make the right choices for breast cancer prevention.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Well, upon further review, thanks to Peach, it was a clean hit.
It was. Not targeted.
That doesn't mean that the effects that Parker Sizemore of Leslie are feeling are any less painful. But Clay Runyon laid one of the harder hits you will see. A very clean. I mean, it was picture perfect. I mean, just hit him in stride. Sizemore couldn't see it coming. We do hope he is okay.
Yeah.
He was able to walk off the field. And we will now get the official call from the head official. A personal foul against Prestonsburg. That's the original call. A sideline warning against Leslie County, and a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against Leslie County. So
okay, explain the sideline warning.
It must have been whatever it was that I'm guessing what Simpson said.
Okay, so I guess it was.
So then the unsportsmanlike conduct probably came somewhere thereafter. So after all of that.
So there still must have been some chattering going on after the
We're
fact,
back to where the play was before. However, it is a new set of downs.
Yeah.
36-7 is your score. Leslie County football. And again, Parker Sizemore was able to walk off under his own power, which was great to see.
Yeah.
But listen, if you are a football person,
oh my.
you can certainly appreciate the effort on that play by Clay Runyon, because it was as hard as it was to watch. It was a clean play.
Well, I mean, initially when it happened, it was full speed. We seen it. We thought it would be targeting. Either way, it was one of the hardest hits I've ever seen at any level.
And oftentimes the reaction is going to be a little bit worse than the play itself. But nonetheless, Leslie football, 5:51 to play, second quarter, 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line. Shotgun formation for Braden Holland. Mason Lewis in motion, left to right across the formation. And Leslie will have to burn its third and final timeout of the half. And now it's a question of you've got to regroup. If listen, emotions are flying high. Obviously, Leslie with the unsportsmanlike conduct and the sideline warning, they're feeling they've got some blood boiling, some blood pumping. Prestonsburg the same way. I mean, you just saw a great play made by your teammate. You're going to get amped up and the adrenaline flowing. So now it's kind of. And you mentioned it. We saw it a couple weeks ago with Floyd Central. Tanner Sizemore, a super long delay. He gets taken off. He's playing tonight, which is good to see. But you've got to kind of refocus a little bit, and that's the hard part. That's a hard thing to do.
And they were able to do a great job of regrouping a couple of weeks ago. And that was an even longer delay than what we just had here. But you're going up against a tough defense who is, like you said, amped up right now after that hit.
3 receivers to the right for Holland, 1 to the left in shotgun. He's been there all night. 1st and 10 Eagles from their own 37. Holland, shotgun snap. 3-man rush for Prestonsburg. Got a clean pocket. Throws to to Whitehead across the formation, and he's going to be tackled for a no gain on the play. Wade and Whitehead going across the field, being followed by Maddox Pugh, and that's going to be a gain of 0 on the play.
And that was just a nice open field tackle right there by Pugh. Great read. And one of the unsung leaders of this team. I know we talked about him in pregame. We don't say his name a whole lot, but I'll tell you what, man, he is just an absolute beast out there at at the linebacker position. And sets up a second down here for Leslie.
2nd and 10 Eagles at the 37-yard line. Clock approaching 5 minutes to play. Same formation for the Eagles. Trips to the right, one wide to the left. Carr in the backfield with Holland. Shotgun snap. 3 rushing. Kraft throws it, and it's going to be incomplete. Intended for Carr. He wasn't going much further than that had he made the catch, as Brody Hicks was waiting for him to make the catch.
And again, that pressure just relentless again.
And they're only rushing 3. It's 3 against 5, and that time Donnie Stevens and Baron Kraft both got home on Holland in the backfield.
I mean, you talk about Hicks and even Noah Price as well, but I seen Baron Kraft yesterday, and that kid is just a monster.
That kid's a man.
He is a man amongst boys out there, and he is getting all kinds of pressure tonight.
Stevens, Kraft, and Jaya Johnson at that defensive line. 3 rushing. Here they come. Flag on the play. Holland steps up and cannot escape the tackle, but he throws it away, nearly picked off by Pugh. And there's another flag coming from the defensive backfield, so there's 2 flags on the play. The pass was incomplete.
And I don't know, this may be another unsportsmanlike on that second flag, Josh. Of course, the first one came in the backfield as soon as the ball was snapped. I'm telling you, this
has been a series that has, as entertaining as it's been, it's also been a chippy one for the last 15 years.
Yeah,
and you're going to get that when you both have success, and Leslie's had success the last decade or so.
No matter who the players are, coaches, it does not matter.
Illegal shift on the offense. That penalty has declined. Dead ball, personal foul on Leslie County. And that one will be accepted. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot.
Here's the thing. From the opening touchdown that Kane Patton got, we've seen a little chatter then, extracurricular activity, and it's been like that the whole game. And you kind of run into one of those situations where if you're Prestonsburg, we've seen it against Knott County a couple of weeks ago, you're up 29 points. One more touchdown, you're at the running clock. And if it's later in the game and you're up by a big margin still, you got to think about getting your guys out and not risking any sort of major injuries to your key guys. But Leslie County right now, just really out of control.
4th and water gap from the 22-yard line for Leslie.
Since they're coming from this way, left or right, we'll go 4th and Hager Hill. How about that?
Leslie South, my friend.
I don't care, man. Whatever.
That's the other direction.
Well, I don't care. I'm tired. It's been a long day. I know where Leslie is.
Oh, you killed me. That's done it. 4th and 25. Here's a punt. And thought about running it. It's Simpson. It's a good punt. It's going to bounce at the Prestonsburg 41 and take a Leslie bounce. It's going to roll inside the 30 down to the 27-yard line. A big punt for Ryland Simpson. A 45-yard punt will pin Prestonsburg back inside its own 30 with 4:28 to play in the second quarter.
That was an interesting way to try to show a fake. I mean, he walked for about, 2 or 3 yards.
I'm honestly, though, surprised, and had it been not 25 yards, he might have decided to run it.
Yeah.
But I'm honestly surprised you don't see a lot of teams do that. Just had the punters kind of stand there and hold it to see what the coverage is. Right. And if you see a hole, we saw that with Floyd Central several years ago with B.J. Peterson, where you just kind of just wait and see what the coverage is and then just take off and run with it. 1st and 10 Black Cats, 4:28 to play, second quarter. Shotgun for Johnson, 2 tight ends, 2 receivers out to the left. 1 back in the backfield, that's Hatfield. It's a keeper for Johnson. Breaks by 2 tackles in the backfield, gets across the line of scrimmage, across the 30, out to the 32. And he was hit for a loss of 1, but it's going to pick up 5 yards on the play.
And there was after Johnson was down, you seen a Leslie player kind of fall to the ground to try to get another hit. There's the flag.
Late
so
flag.
I think that may be what it was. Because I noticed that as soon as the play was whistled dead, Leslie player fell right into Johnson's back. I think they're going to get him for another unsportsmanlike here.
Dead ball, and there's a
one.
second flag. Dead ball,
So
personal foul on Leslie.
They must have said something on that one. They must have said the magic words to the refs. That's all that one was. So they know what's going on. They're just going to keep moving back.
So there's one 15-yard penalty for Leslie. There's another dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct for Leslie. So that's 2 penalties after the play. That's going to move the ball up 30 yards from the Prestonsburg 32 to the Leslie County 38-yard line.
Wow.
I think.
Something like
I may have done the math a little bit too quick. Nonetheless, 30 yards and penalties. That is now the 3rd first down Prestonsburg has been gifted because of a Leslie County penalty. Golly. Leslie County 38. You owe me dinner.
Yeah, did you get that right?
I did.
Yeah, I seen you out there with the calculator over there just trying to. Allen Central Education.
Buddy. Allen Elementary. Johnson and shotgun. 1st and 10 Black Cats from the Leslie 38. Rolling to his right. He's got a man in the flat. That's Logan Stumbo, and he tiptoes out of bounds across the 35 up to the 34-yard line. A pickup of 4 yards on 1st and 10.
If I owe you dinner, it's going to be like double quick hot dogs.
Hey, Taco Bell has a value menu.
And listen, me and Peach was just talking about that, man. If we order off the app, we've got to do it now so we can get it at like 12. Takes forever over there.
Oh, it's not even 9 o'clock. We're already off the tracks.
This is La Land right now, man. It's almost my bedtime.
3:51 to play, first half. Prestonsburg with the football, 2nd and 6. Handoff goes to Patton. Patton, he's going to get the first down and then some. Ball came loose. He fumbled it, but it's jumped on by Prestonsburg at the 25-yard line. And right there to recover the fumble was big number 74. So it is a first down. Cash Dotson fell on top of it for Prestonsburg. It was a first down run for Patton. A gain of 9 on the play. So it was a first down, but
another fumble issue there with Patton. It's something we haven't seen a lot of this season.
It's 2 fumbles for Patton here tonight. Hatfield with the handoff, running around the left side, off tackle, gets across the 20, across the 10, and brought down inside the 10-yard line at the Leslie County 6. A run of 19 yards for Colin Hatfield. And again, 1st and goal to go for the Black Cats as we near the 3-minute mark here in the first half.
And honestly, we talked about the fumble issues for Patton, but we, still got to talk about Leslie County been able to force a lot of fumbles this season. And we've got a whistle here as Holland was slow to get up for Leslie County, the quarterback, but he got up under his own power. Looked like he might have been favoring his arm there a little, but it looks like he's still in, or maybe.
Clock down to 2:57. They are allowing Leslie to make a substitution, or allowed Holland to run off to the sideline. Actually, they're going to send in Hagan Collins into that defensive backfield at safety. Clock down to 2:50. Prestonsburg on top, 36-7 at the doorstep at the 6. 1st and goal. Patton in motion. Gets the handoff on the jet sweep. Gets a good block on the outside by Hatfield and Hicks. And Patton weaves his way into the end zone for 6 more and another Black Cat touchdown. Boy, a great block on the edge by Hatfield and Hicks to really seal that end, that left edge for Leslie, and Patton was able to weave his way into the end zone for another McDowell Professional Pharmacy touchdown. More than 3 decades of serving Floyd County, a name you know and trust, McDowell Professional Pharmacy.
And I know we've said it a few times before, he really don't need those extra blocks as he could just beat anybody all around the edge, but that blocking does help and saves the wear and tears because he loves that contact, but he went in just about untouched.
And to attempt the extra point, it is up. And it is good. 43-7. And that should put in motion the running clock, at least on the kickoff. Back in 60 seconds. Prestonsburg rolling Leslie on FM 100 Sports.
This is Douglas Ray Hall, your Floyd County Circuit Clerk. For over 25 years, I've been promoting and praising our local athletes. That behind every athlete, there's a team, but it's not just coaches and teammates. It's parents who wake up early for practice, grandparents who cheer the loudest every game, and family members who stand by through every victory and defeat. They give their time, their energy, and their endless support, shaping the hearts and the minds of the next generation. To the parents, grandparents, and families of our athletes, thank you. We are forever grateful. Douglas Ray Hall, your Circuit Court Clerk.
For over 30 years, families in our community have relied on McDowell Professional Pharmacy, a name you know and trust. Pharmacists Steve and Alicia Dawson are here to guide you with care, knowledge, and a friendly smile. Whether it's answering your questions, helping you manage prescriptions, or offering advice you can count on, they're always ready to serve. And don't forget, they offer free delivery right here in the area, bringing the care you need straight to your door. McDowell Professional Pharmacy, where experience, trust, and community come together.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Black Cats on top of Leslie County 43-7, 2:39 to play in the first half. After the rushing touchdown by Kane Patton, his fourth rushing touchdown of the night.
A modest 4 touchdowns in the first half.
Coming up at the half, your Douglas Ray Hall halftime report. We'll run down first half statistics, look at some scores from other games of interest around the area. Squib kick by Clay Runyon bounces over top of the hands of Caden Shepard, but pouncing on it is Colin Lumadou back inside the Leslie 35, and timeout called by Prestonsburg. We'll also go back on this date in Floyd County football history to a date I'm sure we all remember, October 17th, 1947.
Yeah, I was there.
I'm not going to make it. Oh, my goodness. An updated score from Floyd Central on homecoming for the Jaguars. Martin County leads the Jags 38-6. Belfry in the third quarter leads Betsy Lane 35-0. We'll go back to 1947 in a game that was highly attended for Prestonsburg. More than 3,000 people in attendance.
Wow.
For a game, a Big Sandy Conference game.
Big Sandy
back in the
Conference.
late 1940s.
Wow, okay.
So we'll have that. And we'll also, they'll be recognizing players from 2000 through 2019. We'll talk about a couple of those teams in that 20-year stretch as well. 43-7 your score here. Prestonsburg on top of Leslie County. And, it wasn't a slight to the Black Cats, Steve. I actually thought this game might be a competitive game for a half. Just because of kind of what we had seen from Leslie in the passing game. We've seen kind of Prestonsburg be susceptible to giving up some big plays. But listen, it's hard to pass the ball when the three rushers you have on the defensive front are getting home every single time. And Holland's been under duress just about every time he's dropped back. There's a whistle and a flag, and they've actually had Aiden Carr back there at quarterback. And a false start penalty will back Leslie up 5 yards.
Yeah, so I guess Holland must be dealing with an injury on the sideline still with Carr out there. But yeah, you're right. I mean, it don't matter who's back there in the backfield for Leslie County because Prestonsburg defense has been there all night. And we kind of seen that against Knott County too, sort of a slow start a couple weeks ago, and then they just took it to another level, and that's what they've done here tonight as well.
Aiden Carr in shotgun. Back there with him is Lewis. 2 receivers each way. Carr on the keeper is going to maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. They may gift him a yard up to the 32-yard line. That's about it. Carr, the leading rusher on the season for Leslie, 84 carries coming in for 452 yards. Steve, that's his second carry of the night. Second attempt. They've given him the ball through the air a couple times. He's got a couple receptions, but his second rush and those 2 rushes have totaled 1 yard.
1 yard. I mean, that just, again, we talk about the pass rush for Prestonsburg, but they can stop the run just as good as they can stop the pass as well.
Now Carter throw it. Also lefty throws over the middle, and out of the outstretched arm of Brandon Lumadou and Tanner Sizemore, both there in the vicinity.
Yeah, they had a couple
balls
of
incomplete.
They had a couple of guys wide open there. Just didn't put enough on that pass. Did Carr?
Brings up 3rd and 14.
And he was one of the guys we talked about, Josh, in pregame for Leslie. He's one of their main guys and one of the most athletic players. So you gotta really question as to why they would just have 1 yard on 2 carries.
Wilder Salmon's watching from the house. He missed a couple of flag football games this week. Wilder, buddy, I hope you're feeling better. The black team needs you here next week. All right. Carr back to pass and shotgun. 3rd and long. There's a flag on the play. He's got the screen pass to Simpson. Simpson gets across the 35, across the 40. He picks up the first down and more. Simpson into Prestonsburg territory and is brought down inside the Black Cat 35-yard line. There is a flag on the play back at the line of scrimmage. We'll see what it's for.
Might been holding there, so this one may be coming back.
It's a gain of 35 yards. Actually make it 37 yards. But we'll see if it stands. Holding against the Eagles, so wave it off. And that will back it up a little bit more.
Was it 3rd and what? What you go ahead and say it this time. I ain't saying it anymore. That's your thing, man.
Let's see. 5 seconds to play on the running clock, and that's going to take us to halftime. So we're not going to get to 3rd and Jenny Wiley Convention Center. Halftime, 43-7, Prestonsburg rolling Leslie County here at the break in this Class 2A District 7 matchup. We'll take a 3-minute break, come back with your Douglas Ray Hall halftime report. It's high school football on FM 100 Sports.
Want to know the secret to a healthy smile? You won't find it in a bottle. The secret is found in simple, everyday brushing, flossing, and regular checkups with Martin Dentistry. Recently voted as the best dentist in Floyd County, Dr. Stacy Martin offers preventative general dentistry treatments and checkups to patients of all ages. Martin Dentistry would like to thank their patients for their trust, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Call for an appointment, 285-9444 for Martin Dentistry. Kentucky Farm Bureau has provided folks in the Bluegrass with quality insurance and dependable service since 1943. As your local agent, John Greer Hunt is proud to serve the Floyd County community and to help get the right protection for your home, auto, life, or business. For a free quote, call John Greer Hunt today, 606-791-2122, or stop by the office at 1288 South Lake Drive in Prestonsburg and ask to speak to John. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
What is it about golf that draws you to it? Is it the morning dew, rising off the course, or the majestic beauty that captures your heart? Is it the challenge of playing a game that can't be won? Or is it the relationships and the stories that will last a lifetime? Plan your trip now to Stonecrest Golf Course in Prestonsburg. Visit them at stonecrestgolfcourse.com.
When you walk into Howard Family Pharmacy, you'll always find someone you know and trust.
Hi, this is Wes.
Hey, it's Tiffany.
Hello, this is Jonna.
Hey there, this is Stacy.
If your current pharmacy is going out of business, or if you're just tired of dealing with the big chain pharmacies and mail order companies, then Howard Family Pharmacy is here for you, providing the kind of care you can count on from people who truly care. Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern, where it's always about family.
This is Tanner Hesterberg with Hesterberg Law Firm, and we're making sure every kid in Floyd County has a great Halloween, but we need your help. We're collecting costumes for students whose families need help. You can assist by buying a costume from our Amazon list or referring a child in need. Every costume goes to local schools. Let's make sure no child goes without a costume this Halloween. Visit HesterbergLaw.com for the Amazon link or call us at 606-313-1133.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Halftime here at Josh Francis Field at Black Cat Stadium. Prestonsburg 43, Leslie County 7. Time now for your halftime report, brought to you by Floyd County Circuit Court Clerk Douglas Ray Hall, who wishes all student athletes in Floyd County nothing but success during the fall sports season, including the volleyball teams next week getting district tournament play underway for Betsy Lane, Prestonsburg, and Floyd Central. Of course, the Prestonsburg boys soccer team in state tournament action next week, taking on Powell County. No bigger supporter, if there is one, I'd love to meet him, than Floyd County High School Athletics, than your Floyd County Circuit Court Clerk, Douglas Ray Hall. Prestonsburg on top of Leslie 43-7. Some individual statistics for Leslie. Braden Holland, 5 of 11 passing for 19 yards and an interception. Waden Whitehead, 0 of 1 on the wide receiver pass play. That went for a pick. And Aiden Carr officially 0 of 1. The interceptions coming from Samuel Hayden and Clay Runyon in the defensive backfield for Prestonsburg. Receiving end of those passes, Parker Sizemore, 2 catches for 5 yards. He was the one that was shaken up on the play early in the second quarter. He walked off under his own power. I'd be surprised if we saw him again the rest of the evening. 2 catches for 14 yards for Aiden Carr. 1 catch for no yards for Waden Whitehead. Running the football, Holland, the team's leading rusher, 6 carries for 10 yards. Aiden Carr, 2 carries for 1 yard. And Rylan Simpson, 1 carry for -9 yards. Recovered a fumble on a receiver reverse. For Prestonsburg, Alex Johnson, well, he's completed his last 11 passes between tonight and last week. 5 of 5 for 61 yards. 3 of those completions went to Kane Patton for 52 yards. Barron Kraft, 1 catch for 5 yards. And Logan Stumbo, 1 catch for 4 yards. Running the football, it's been another night at the office for this Prestonsburg offense on the ground. Alex Johnson, the leading runner, 5 carries, 93 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Kane Patton, 10 carries, 89 yards, and 4 touchdowns. He also has 2 fumbles on the night. And Colin Hatfield, 6 carries for 49. Can we get Colin in the end zone?
Yeah,
listen, he's a bell cow back there.
Yeah, listen.
We got to get him some pay dirt.
I know. I noticed it last season and this season as well. He's a king of getting 2-pointers. He can get the 2-point conversions, but yeah, let's get Colin in for the touchdown. Let's get him in for pay
He's
dirt.
got 6 2-point conversions on the year.
I was going to say, he's got quite a few.
Let's get him some touchdowns. Yeah. It's been another night at the office for Prestonsburg. The touchdown from Leslie came on a 73-yard kickoff return by Mason Lewis. That came early in the second quarter at the 11:41 mark, and that's really been it. The offense has been stymied by this Prestonsburg defense. 43-7 your halftime score. When we come back, we will take a trip back in time to October 17th, 1947. A big Sandy Conference football game in the history of this tradition-rich football program for the Black Cats. Back in 2 minutes on FM 100 Sports.
For over 30 years, the attorneys at Mocha Nunnery Law Office have chosen to fight for injured individuals rather than companies, standing up for the rights of folks just like you. The combined experience of Tom Moak, Dee Nunnery, and Jacob Moak will fight for you, whether you've been injured in an auto accident, personal injury claim, workers' compensation, Social Security, or have a federal black lung case. Injuries are life-changing. Let Mocha Nunnery help you move forward. Call 886-1515 for Mocha Nunnery Law Office, Prestonsburg, Pikeville, Hansard.
Make your dream home a reality with Solid Rock Development. Dedicated to providing premier customer service with unparalleled workmanship, Solid Rock Development will exceed your expectations. Keep you up to date on the status of your construction project while meeting your deadlines. Using only the highest quality building supplies and equipment, Solid Rock Development will construct a home built to last for generations. Call 606-371-4807 for Solid Rock Development in Garrett, or find Solid Rock on Facebook.
This is Douglas Ray Hall, your Floyd County Circuit Clerk. For over 25 years, I've been promoting and praising our local athletes. But behind every athlete, there's a team. But it's not just coaches and teammates. It's parents who wake up early for practice, grandparents who cheer the loudest every game, and family members who stand by through every victory and defeat. They give their time, their energy, and their endless support, shaping the hearts and the minds of the next generation. To the parents, grandparents, and families of our athletes, thank you. We are forever grateful. Douglas Ray Hall, your Circuit Court Clerk.
Hey there, this is pharmacist Valerie Akers, owner of Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Did you know that lifestyle changes, along with the right vitamins and minerals, can play a crucial role in breast cancer prevention? Studies have shown that supplements like vitamin D, folic acid, and vitamin B12 can work in the prevention of breast cancer. Omega-3 oils are also very important in protecting yourself against breast cancer. At Parkview Pharmacy, we offer specialized advice, supplements, and support to help make the right choices for breast cancer prevention.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
If you're watching on Facebook and YouTube, they just honored or recognized some of the players from 2000 to 2019. Of course, that span of Black Cat football history highlighted by that 2001 season.
Yeah.
13-2 record, the most points in a season in program history, 616 yards. That team, of course, finished on the turf in Louisville, losing to Bardstown in the state championship game. Michael Fannin, Matt Sloan, one of the better running back duos in Eastern Kentucky football history.
I remember Matt Sloan was a monster. he was a beast.
You also had the 03 and 04 teams. Of course, they had that big rivalry with Belfry.
Yeah.
Just ran into the Pirates in the playoffs. 2009, 13-1. Michael Burchett and company undefeated going into DeSales and the state semifinals, and Austin McKinney.
Clay Jamerson was on that team, one of the new coaches.
Josh Cranen.
Yeah.
An unbelievable team in 2009. And then in 2014, a team that gets overlooked, Jared Gerald, Dalton Frazier and company. That team lost in the playoffs to Shelby Valley in a magical season for the Wildcats, and that team was and you look out there, the reason this team has been so successful the last 2 years, a lot of the coaches were out there.
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
former players.
They know what it takes.
And,
they know what it's about.
It's really cool to see a lot of those guys out there being honored and recognized tonight.
And one player in particular I want to go back to was Michael Burchett, the quarterback here at Prestonsburg. I've known Michael all of his life, and I think Alex Garner was on that team as well. And I've known Alex. They're a little younger than I am, but we went to the same school together at Mount Christian Academy, so I've known them all their lives. And two great young men, and especially Michael as well, being the quarterback, of course, being the leader of that team. And, you know, Prestonsburg, a lot of years they've ran the ball. That's been their MO. But those couple years that Michael was quarterback, man, they had one of the best passing attacks, and not only in this area but in the entire state. And I actually came to a couple of their games to watch them, man. They were so fun to watch. That 2019 was.
43-7 your score here at the half. Let's now go back in time on this date in Floyd County football history to October 17th, 1947. Pikeville and Prestonsburg met in a game that was attended by more than 3,000 spectators. That's a big crowd today, let alone in 1947. Yes. The Panthers led 7-6 at halftime. You got a rushing touchdown from Franklin Set Branham. A rushing touchdown from Porter. Mayo converted the PAT, and I only have last names because that's all the papers printed back in 1947. But this was a season in 1947. Prestonsburg went on to beat Louisa 6-0. Louisa was 6-0. They beat Raceland, who was 8-2. They beat Paintsville, who was 8-2, and they beat an 8-1 Pineville team to finish the year 9-1.
Wow.
And that there was no playoffs back in 1947. Their only loss that year was to a 7-3-1 Hazard team, 33-13.
But they beat some quality teams.
Yeah. You beat undefeated Louisa, you beat Paintsville, Pineville, 8-2, 8-1 respectively, and a 13-7 slobber knocker on this date. Not going to do the math. Back in 1947. More than 3,000 people in attendance.
Wow, that is impressive.
To watch that game. Some scores of interest from around the area at the half. Martin County leads Floyd Central 38-6. Belfry on top of Betsy Lane 35-0 in the third quarter. At the half, this score is kind of surprising. Shelby Valley on top of Eastridge 25-21. Pikeville no problem with Paintsville at the half 38-0. And number 1 Johnson Central in Class 4A on top of Greenup County at halftime, 29-7. 43-7 your halftime score here. Prestonsburg all over Leslie County. It's going to be a running clock the rest of the way here at Black Cat Stadium. We'll come back with second half action in 3 minutes. It's high school football on FM 100 Sports.
Want to know the secret to a healthy smile? You won't find it in a bottle. The secret is found in simple, everyday brushing, flossing, and regular checkups with Martin Dentistry. Recently voted as the best dentist in Floyd County, Dr. Stacy Martin offers preventative general dentistry treatments and checkups to patients of all ages. Martin Dentistry would like to thank their patients for their trust, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Call for an appointment, 285-9444 for Martin Dentistry. Kentucky Farm Bureau has provided folks in the Bluegrass with quality insurance and dependable service since 1943. As your local agent, John Greer Hunt is proud to serve the Floyd County community and to help get the right protection for your home, auto, life, or business. For a free quote, call John Greer Hunt today, 606-791-2122, or stop by the office at 1288 South Lake Drive in Prestonsburg and ask to speak to John. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
For over 30 years, families in our community have relied on McDowell Professional Pharmacy, a name you know and trust. Pharmacists Steve and Alicia Dawson are here to guide you with care, knowledge, and a friendly smile. Whether it's answering your questions, helping you manage prescriptions, or offering advice you can count on, they're always ready to serve. And don't forget, they offer free delivery right here in the area, bringing the care you need straight to your door. McDowell Professional Pharmacy, where experience, trust, and community come together.
This is Tanner Hesterberg with Hesterberg Law Firm, and we're making sure every kid in Floyd County has a great Halloween, but we need your help. We're collecting costumes for students whose families need help. You can assist by buying a costume from our Amazon list or referring a child in need. Every costume goes to local schools. Let's make sure no child goes without a costume this Halloween. Visit HesterbergLaw.com for the Amazon link or call us at 606-313-1133.
What is it about golf that draws you to it? Is it the morning dew, rising off the course, or the majestic beauty that captures your heart? Is it the challenge of playing a game that can't be won? Or is it the relationships and the stories that will last a lifetime? Plan your trip now to Stonecrest Golf Course in Prestonsburg. Visit them at stonecrestgolfcourse.com.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
And we are back here live at Prestonsburg High School. We're at halftime. The Black Cats lead at Leslie County 43-7.
So if this game plays out the way it has in the first half, and with a running clock, it's going to be hard for Leslie to overcome a 36-point deficit. Martin County leads Floyd Central big at the half. It looks like a couple of runaway freight trains on path to Inez next Friday night. And it's not a you win and hope something else happens ordeal. That game next week in Inez at Martin County High School.
Everything's on the line.
The winner is district champion.
Yeah.
The winner will get at least 2 home playoff games in the postseason. The loser, as district runner-up, if things go chalk in the postseason, you get a trip to Pond Creek in the second round. That is quite the fall from district champion and 2 home playoff games to going to the current number 4 team in all of Kentucky in Class 2A.
And listen, going to the CAM, as they call it over there, is a tough build for anybody. I don't care who you are. We talked about these great Prestonsburg teams in the past had to deal with those great Belfort teams with David Jones and Dougie Howard, those state championship teams back 20-some-odd years ago. So, and we really haven't got to talk about that game much next week. And you got to give big-time credit to the Prestonsburg coaching staff for keeping their team focused and not looking ahead to that big matchup. They've taken care of business here tonight. Of course, a running clock, and even then Leslie could come back and get it within a touchdown, but that clock will not stop. So just a big-time credit here for Prestonsburg. But I'm telling you what, man, that game, and I know we've talked about it for a couple of weeks now, and everything is pretty much played out the way we thought it would. They're going to go into that game fighting for a district championship. A lot of emotion, a lot of drama. Hagers are returning to Inez, so that's going to – you throw that in as well. So it's going to be a very interesting game over there in Inez.
And you touched on it, and we've mentioned it before, but that's one of the more impressive aspects of this Prestonsburg team really all season long. I know you lose a couple of running backs, and Dalton Elliott and
Harris.
And Alex Harris. Sorry, I was kind of catching my breath. But you return literally everybody else. And
yeah, that's all they had was
coming into the
seniors.
season, the expectations on this team were about as high as they've been in a long, long time. And you have 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old kids, young men, they're on social media. They read things, they see things, and they know as next week kept getting closer and closer, they knew what was on the table. They knew Martin County was in the similar position.
Well,
they look at the rankings. They know all. You cannot not know that stuff. But
right.
for this staff to keep this team literally on a one game at a time mentality and a one game at a time laser focused tunnel has been an impressive of a job.
Well,
and I think it's because this team is not worried about an undefeated regular season. This team is not worried about a district championship. They want to do it, yes. This team has aspirations of playing the weekend after Thanksgiving, the first weekend of December.
Yeah.
That is what this team is playing for. That's what they prepared for.
Well,
and that first step is going to be next week on the road.
And also you talk about the coaching staff were all former players. Look at how many big games they played in their high school careers, and their coaching staffs kept them focused. 1-0 every week. It's 1-0 every week. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 1-0. That's what we're doing. We're striving to go 1-0. And the staff now, they're just kind of paying it forward to this team, and man, it's worked. It is working better than probably a lot of people thought it would, And for them to be undefeated, and like you said, those are accomplishments they want to achieve. Go undefeated, win district, make it back to the regional championship like they did last year. But they want to be at Commonwealth. They want to be at Commonwealth Stadium first weekend of December.
Well, to make matters worse for Leslie County, not only are you down 36 points in a running clock, you are kicking off to start this third quarter. And this third quarter is brought to you by Appalachian Wireless. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. Second straight week, Prestonsburg has put a running clock into motion before halftime. In this game, as we're now 15 minutes after the 9 o'clock hour, this game will be over with. The clock's already started.
Well, here we go.
Let's get this thing
We'll
rolling.
get ours started too then.
Kendrick Joseph will kick off for the Eagles at his own 40-yard line. And Prestonsburg has a couple of guys back inside their 25 to receive this third quarter kickoff. Leslie kicking left to right. It's a pooch kick. Squibb caught at the 38-yard line by Axel Miller. And he's tackled just across the 40 at the 41.
It looks like Aiden Carr in there with the tackle. So another opportunity, Josh, for this Prestonsburg team to get their younger guys in, second, third string players, get some valuable playing time, get some good reps here in this second half.
Last week we saw Alex Johnson play quarterback even into the second half because of the injury to backup quarterback Christian Click. And it looks like it's going to be Cruz Clark in there for Prestonsburg controlling the huddle for this Black Cat offense.
Able to talk to Christian Click yesterday. I was here at the high school helping with some cheerleading activities, and he said he tore his ACL and his MCL in the JV game against Johnson Central. So best wishes and speedy recovery for him.
Clark under center, gives it to the man coming across. That's Brody Hicks on the sweep. He gets across the 45, gets it all the way up to near the 50. There is a flag in the backfield. They're going to mark Hicks down at the 50. That's a gain of 9, but it looks like the preliminary call is going to be holding on the Black Cats, which will negate the solid first down run by Hicks.
That was a nice run there by Hicks, and we know why now because he got a
little help.
Pretty good hold there on the edge, so this will move Prestonsburg back just a few yards.
Moving back 10 yards, back to the 31-yard line, make it first and
what we got?
Oh, first and Goble Roberts.
Okay.
If you're tuning in from Hyden, I apologize. You have no clue what we're talking about.
No idea where we're going with
That's all right. We appreciate you tuning in. First and 20, Black Cats at their own 31. Clock continuing to roll under 10 minutes. Sweep on the handoff is going to go to Drake Hatfield. Tackled from behind for a loss. Back to the 29, a loss of 2. Kendrick Joseph in there on the play, as well as Aiden Carr and Waden Whitehead. Nice play by that Leslie defense.
Nice tackle there to contain Hatfield, and then had another couple of guys to finish off the play, setting up a few more yards lost here for Prestonsburg.
Prestonsburg taking its time on offense. Again, letting that clock roll. Regardless of what happens, regardless of the points put up by Leslie, the clock will not stop once it reaches that running clock 35-point threshold. Clark in shotgun. It's going to be the keeper around the right side. Makes one man miss, but he can't shake the next couple defenders. Brought down for another loss on the play back to the 26-yard line, a loss of 4. And that brings up third and, what did I say 25 was?
Oh, gosh.
Jenny Wiley Convention Center.
Jenny Wiley Convention Center. You use Goble Roberts. So
Water Gap.
Water Gap.
I've already said Lancer.
Yeah.
Let's go third and Auxerre.
Third and Auxerre. Okay.
Yeah, we'll throw Auxerre some love.
Okay.
Third and 25 for the Black Cats at their own 26-yard line after the loss of 4 on the scramble by Cruz Clark.
You can tell Prestonsburg has a lot of their second-string guys in, but Leslie County still got some starters on the defensive side, and they're getting some good hits in on these backups here for Prestonsburg.
2 receivers to the left for Clark. It's going to be a fake, and it's going to be an end around to Hicks. Hicks trying to find some kind of hole to run through, and he's going to be tackled for another loss on the play back to the 24, another loss of 2. So Prestonsburg, the last 3 plays moving in the wrong direction.
Well, obviously, if you're Coach Hager, you want your guys out there, and they're, you send your second-string guys out there who get a lot of playing time in this second half. You want them to start off on the right foot, and they did, with the nice run by Hicks, but it was negated by that penalty. So a lot of things to clean up, and like I said earlier, coaching staffs nothing's ever going to be perfect. So a lot of things to clean up, even for the second-string unit. But, again, valuable reps for these young guys.
4th and 26 from their own 24-yard line.
I think they're going to go for it maybe, or
Cruz Clark in there at quarterback. A little deeper than a shotgun, and he's going to be a surprise kick, and it goes straight up into the air.
It was tipped as well.
And we'll take a Leslie bounce backwards, and Clark's going to run and fall on it at the 24. So that's going to be a punt that goes for a net gain of 0. And Leslie takes over. It's best starting field position of the night by far at the Prestonsburg 24-yard line.
And that was a surprise kick. Looked like it may have been tipped a little bit as well there by Leslie. So a good opportunity for them. Like I said, great field position to try to get some points on the board here.
6:40 to play, third quarter. Clock continuing to roll. Prestonsburg on top, 43-7. Black Cats well on their way to an 8-0 start, 3-0 in Class 2A District 7. Aiden Carr, shotgun snap, hands it off to Mason Lewis, and he's going to be tackled from behind. Excellent
21
play
there
in the backfield that time by Prestonsburg. A loss of 4 on the play on the run attempt by Mason Lewis. His first carry of the night goes for negative yardage. Brings up 2nd and 14 for the Eagles. Can they take advantage of this field position? That first play, not so much.
Yeah, that was a great tackle there got a number 21 but didn't have a name, but nevertheless a great tackle there to cause the tackle for loss.
Tanner Hesterberg said he knows where Goble Roberts is.
Okay, well, at least some people do.
Tanner is a converted Floyd Countyan. Of course, he hails from the great city of Moorhead.
Okay, nice area. I would love it down at Moorhead.
Lancer's a lot better.
Oh, my.
Shotgun snap for Aiden Carr. The lefty rolls to his left. He's going to fire it in the snap, and it's going to be nearly picked off by Hayden Hartz.
That was a great effort.
Read the pass from Carr beautifully, intended for Simpson, and if he picks that off, there's one guy to beat, and that would have been interesting to see. Pass falls incomplete. Brings up 3rd and long.
3rd and what?
14's not long enough.
Oh, my gosh. Come on.
Third. We'll say 3rd and Middle Creek. Is that good enough?
Yeah,
that's not that far.
Yeah.
4:44, third quarter clock. Prestonsburg on top, big on Leslie County, 43-7. Eagles facing 3rd and 14. Carr and shotgun. Runs off to the left. It's going to be a sweep for the quarterback keeper. And shoved out of bounds by Hartz back near the 30. At best, it's a gain of 0 for Carr. And that might be a loss of about 2. We'll see where they spot him. Nonetheless, it's going to be a 4th down and long for Leslie County inside the Prestonsburg 30.
I'll tell you what,
so gain of 0 up to the 28-yard line.
There's really nothing lost with these backup guys on the defensive side, and they are just as relentless as the key guys we talk about a lot, and Hayden Hart's all over the place right there, been able to stop a run from Carr, and nice pass protection in the secondary to break up a pass, almost had an interception, and looks like the Eagles are going to go for it here on this 4th and 14.
Card shotgun again, 2 receivers each way. Clean shotgun snap. He's going deep over the middle, and it's caught by Ryland Simpson inside the 5, down to the 1. A great pitch and catch from Carr to Simpson. 1st and goal, Eagles at the Prestonsburg 1-yard line on a pickup of 27 on 4th and long.
And that's going to put him right at the 1-yard line, and Carl just kind of threw it up there. And it looks like maybe a couple of Prestonsburg defenders had a beat on it, and Simpson just came out of nowhere to make a great catch and set up a potential scoring opportunity here for Leslie.
Simpson entered the game tonight, Leslie's leading receiver, 19 catches for 303 yards. Steve, that's his first catch.
Wow. And we talked about Carr and his limited availability tonight as well.
1st and goal from the 1. Carr fakes the handoff and gives the ball to Mason Lewis right up the gut. I apologize. That was Caden Caldwell, not Mason Lewis, number 4. So give the rushing touchdown to Caden Caldwell from 1 yard out. Leslie's first offensive touchdown tonight makes it 43-13 with 2:30 to play in this 3rd quarter.
And it looks like Leslie, I think, may go for the PAT here.
Another McDowell Professional Pharmacy touchdown. More than 3 decades of serving Floyd County. A name you know and trust, McDowell Professional Pharmacy. Kendrick Joseph, 12 of 15 on the season from point afters. The lefty kicks it. It's up, and it is good. 43-14. Prestonsburg on top of Leslie. Less than 2 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Back in 60 seconds on FM 100 Sports.
Want to know the secret to a healthy smile? You won't find it in a bottle. The secret is found in simple, everyday brushing, flossing, and regular checkups with Martin Dentistry. Recently voted as the best dentist in Floyd County, Dr. Stacy Martin offers preventative general dentistry treatments and checkups to patients of all ages. Martin Dentistry would like to thank their patients for their trust, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Call for an appointment, 285-9444 for Martin Dentistry. Kentucky Farm Bureau has provided folks in the Bluegrass with quality insurance and dependable service since 1943. As your local agent, John Greer Hunt is proud to serve the Floyd County community and to help get the right protection for your home, auto, life, or business. For a free quote, call John Greer Hunt today, 606-791-2122, or stop by the office at 1288 South Lake Drive in Prestonsburg and ask to speak to John. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Clock continuing to tick here in the 3rd quarter. This running clock, Prestonsburg on top of Leslie, 43-14. The Eagles getting their first offensive touchdown of the night. A 1-yard touchdown run by Caden Caldwell to give them 14 points. The other points they got was on a kickoff return by Mason Lewis in the 2nd quarter. Kendrick Joseph to kick off from his own 40. Black Cats in their kickoff return, and this will probably take us to the end of the 3rd, this kickoff. Joseph approaches the ball. It's a squib bounce, and it's going to be pounced on by the Black Cats at the 40. Boy, there were 2 Eagles right there. They just could not quite get the football. The Black Cats recover at the 40, and that's going to take us to the 4th quarter. Prestonsburg big on Leslie, 43-14. 4th quarter coming up in 60 on FM 100 Sports.
For over 30 years, families in our community have relied on McDowell Professional Pharmacy, a name you know and trust. Pharmacists Steve and Alicia Dawson are here to guide you with care, knowledge, and a friendly smile. Whether it's answering your questions, helping you manage prescriptions, or offering advice you can count on, they're always ready to serve. And don't forget, they offer free delivery right here in the area, bringing the care you need straight to your door. McDowell Professional Pharmacy, where experience, trust, and community come together.
What is it about golf that draws you to it? Is it the morning dew, rising off the course, or the majestic beauty that captures your heart? Is it the challenge of playing a game that can't be won? Or is it the relationships and the stories that will last a lifetime? Plan your trip now to Stonecrest Golf Course in Prestonsburg. Visit them at stonecrestgolfcourse.com.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Fourth quarter action getting underway here at Black Cat Stadium. Prestonsburg big over Leslie, 43-14. Black Cats got the running clock in motion in the second quarter. Second straight week they put a running clock in motion before halftime. And this team looks to be cruising into that district championship game next week at Martin County. Prestonsburg number 7 in the latest 2A RPI rankings. Martin County number 9. Of course, both of those teams, the way RPI works is that it splits up between East and West when you get to that region final round, the third round. And right now, both teams trying to chase Beechwood. And that game next week, top 10 opponent for both teams, could certainly go a long way with catching the Tigers of Northern Kentucky for that number 2 spot in the eastern part of the state. Of course, Belfry ranked number 4. They've got the 1 seed in the East should the playoffs begin today. Clock rolling down to 11:35. Black Cats 1st and 10 at their own 40. Handoff from Cruz Clark is going to be it's going to be fumbled.
Yeah, fumble.
Clark's going to fall on it back at the 36-yard line. The ball was fumbled by Connor McKinney, the freshman running back, and Clark able to fall on it for a short loss of 3.
Yeah, just a miscommunication there on the handoff. And so second string guys got to clean up their act a little bit here, getting some valuable experience going into this game.
That's the 3rd fumble tonight we've seen from Prestonsburg's offense.
And, you know, coaching staff's going to love that film study on Monday. Take care of the ball.
Clark in there at quarterback, the freshman. Under center. McKinney behind him in the single back. It's going to be a sweep to Hatfield. Bounces it to the outside around the left, off tackle. Gets across the 45-yard line. Stays in bounds on his feet, and he gets near the 50.
A nice run there by Hatfield to shed a couple of tacklers off of him on the sideline there. And like you said, Josh stayed in bounds. Pick up a nice gain.
Gain of 10 yards on 2nd and long. Brings up a 3rd and short at their own 47. Line to gain is the 50.
And we do have a viewer from Florida, Kirk Ramsey from Florida, watching the Black Cats dominate the game. Thank you, Kirk.
Thank
you,
Kirk.
All the way down in Florida.
They indeed are.
Yes, no doubt.
Ball spotted at the Prestonsburg 47.5. The first down line is the 50. Clock ticking down now under 10 minutes here in the 4th quarter. Prestonsburg using the clock, being methodical here with the running clock in progress. Clark under center in the I formation, turns, gives it to the second man through.
Close.
It's going to be a first down run for Brody Hicks. A gain of 4 on 3rd and 3. Resets the downs and moves the chains for the Black Cat offense.
So a nice little drive here led by Clark. After that initial fumble to start, they've really got it moving here late in this 4th quarter.
Just the 3rd time this year, and this being the 9th game that Leslie County has played, have they allowed more than 200 rushing yards.
I mean, you look at Prestonsburg, they're averaging, 375 a game, so they've done that to everybody they've played so far this season.
They're not going to get to 375, but, Leslie, to their credit, they kind of shortened the game a little bit. They had some long drives, but Prestonsburg is so fast striking with the offense. Hicks on the end around is going to be tackled.
He's still carrying a bunch.
He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Wow. And Prestonsburg sideline loving that.
A Herculean effort.
Yeah.
They might give him a gain of a yard, and that's all Brody Hicks on that one.
You see big number 70, Daniel Adams, down there on the sideline, one of the big old linemen, and he was loving that effort by Hicks. And Kane Patton was liking it as well. So, but I mean, that was to even get back to nothing. I mean, that was a heck of an effort there by Hicks.
They're going to give him a yard. 2nd and 9, Prestonsburg, just across the 50 at the Leslie 48. Clock at 8 minutes and ticking. Leslie will be off next week. They will not play again until the regular season finale, so their district play is done. They will finish district play 1 and 3, and we'll kind of talk about what is in play next week. They're not in the playoffs yet. They do need something to happen next week to get in there, but a loss does kind of muddy the water up a little bit.
And I know we talked about it a little bit in pregame, just that tiebreaker scenario when if Leslie did lose, but you throw them, not Central, and Floyd Central all in the mix, it makes for some high drama toward the end of the regular season. As we got a 3rd and 10 here on the Prestonsburg 48-yard line. Clock nearing 7 minutes to go.
Black Cats have not scored in the second half, but this is just their second drive. They went 3 and out on their first one. Of course, the clock has run since halftime. Clark turns, gives it to Hatfield. He's going to get the first down and more across the 40.
A lot more.
Hatfield across the 25, across the 20,
nice run.
And tackled out of bounds inside the Leslie County 20 at the 17-yard line. A big gain up the gut of 29 yards for Drake Hatfield.
And we call Collins' name a lot, but Drake getting some nice run as well. And we call his name a lot more on the defensive side, especially he's more of in the secondary play, even some linebacker as well. But a great run right there to keep the drive going for Prestonsburg.
The second longest run of the night for Prestonsburg, 31 yards, topped only by Alex Johnson from 40 yards out earlier in the ball game. 1st and 10, Black Cats, 6 minutes to play from the 17. Hicks up the middle, gets across the 10, is going to be brought down near the first down marker. I think he's going to pick up the yardage needed for a first down inside the Leslie 10 near the 5.
And again, that was Brody Hicks just carrying defenders. And set up a first down situation here for Prestonsburg as they enter the red zone, maybe try to get another touchdown.
1st and goal, Prestonsburg from the 7. 5:27 to play in this 4th quarter. It's been a running clock all second half. The Black Cats off to a semi-slow start, but really picked things up in that into the first period. Brody Hicks into the end zone for a rushing touchdown, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the season. This one from 7 yards out makes it 49-14 Black Cats.
Just a simple handoff and a simple play and a simple touchdown there for Hicks as he was able to get in very easily.
Another McDowell Professional Pharmacy touchdown. More than 3 decades of serving Floyd County, a name you know and trust. That's McDowell Professional Pharmacy. Mid-4th quarter in Eastern, Martin County 46, Floyd Central 14.
And it looks like Martin County is as well focused on the task at hand tonight, taking care of business, and they'll be ready for this showdown next Friday.
Black Cats lining up to go for the point after touchdown. Brady Allen, the holder, for an even 50 on the scoreboard. Kick is
blocked
up, and it's blocked by Leslie. No good. The score stays at 49-14. 4 minutes to play in this one. Black Cats all over Leslie County. Back in 60 seconds. One final time on FM 100 Sports.
This is Tanner Hesterberg with Hesterberg Law Firm, and we're making sure every kid in Floyd County has a great Halloween. But we need your help. We're collecting costumes for students whose families need help. You can assist by buying a costume from our Amazon list or referring a child in need. Every costume goes to local schools. Let's make sure no child goes without a costume this Halloween. Visit HesterbergLaw.com for the Amazon link or call us at 606-313-1133.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
A final from Stanville. Belfry has defeated Betsy Lane 48-7. The Pirates, fourth ranked in the latest RPI rankings in Class 2A, improved to 7-1, 3-0 in Class 2A District 8. The Bobcats fall to 2-6 overall, 0-3 in district play.
As you look at Belfry, you say the record 7-1. Look at that one loss, though. Johnson Central.
Yeah, just the number one ranked team in Class 4A.
And one of the top teams in the state, regardless of class, man. They are just and Coach Peck down there and really finally put together a great culture there. Of course, after the late Coach Matney passed away, and they're just keeping on rolling right now.
Pooch kick for the Black Cats, fielded at the 34 by Lewis. Going to toss back to Preston Cash, and Cash is going to get it across the 35. Slips a couple tackles, gets across the 40, and is drugged down from behind at the 41-yard line. Nice return by Preston Cash, the junior.
Yeah, that was interesting that Lewis kind of tossed it back to Cash. We've seen two big-time kick returns from Lewis tonight, and a nice return there by Cash to give Leslie some good field position there as we are under 2 minutes. So Leslie's going to try their best to maybe try to get some more points on the board before this game's over.
The other game tonight in Class 2A District 8, Shelby Valley leads Eastridge 40-32 midway through the fourth quarter.
And Shelby Valley's been rolling lately. They've put together a couple of nice wins, and Eastridge hanging tough with them.
Had some personnel changes early in the season that kind of caught everybody off guard due to injuries. Always unfortunate, but it's taken the Wildcats some time, but they finally kind of figured things out a little bit. Now 2-0 in district play and looking to go to 3-0 ahead of their district matchup next week with the Pirates of Belfry for that district title.
To even think about Shelby Valley, when we seen them earlier this year and the struggles they'd had, they get to play for a district title, albeit against Belfry, but they have that opportunity.
1 minute to play. In their quarterback is Cash. Preston Cash scrambling in the backfield. He's going to run with it. Gets across the 45 up near the 50 before being tripped up. Marked down at the 50, a gain of 8 on the scramble by Preston Cash. Good, solid scramble that time on first down for the junior.
Only a junior, and a nice kick return followed up by a nice run there. Set up a second down, and as we near 30 seconds to go, maybe just a couple more plays here, maybe one after this one.
Actually give him 9.
9, okay.
And, Steve, that is Leslie County's 13th carry. They've gained 8 yards. Man. That includes quarterback sacks.
Sacks, yes.
Snap and shotgun for Cash. Looking. He's going to go deep down the field. He's got a couple of guys, and it's going to be batted away by Prestonsburg's Cruz Clark playing center field. And that's going to be the final play of the game. Prestonsburg rolls Leslie County 49-14 to stay undefeated 8-0, 3-0 in Class 2A District 7. Leslie County falls to 2-7 overall. They wrap up district play tonight with a record of 1-3. Again, your final score, Prestonsburg 49, Leslie 14, back in 3 minutes on FM 100 Sports.
Want to know the secret to a healthy smile? You won't find it in a bottle. The secret is found in simple, everyday brushing, flossing, and regular checkups with Martin Dentistry. Recently voted as the best dentist in Floyd County, Dr. Stacy Martin offers preventative general dentistry treatments and checkups to patients of all ages. Martin Dentistry would like to thank their patients for their trust, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Call for an appointment, 285-9444 for Martin Dentistry.
Hey there, this is pharmacist Valerie Akers, owner of Parkview Pharmacy at Mini. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Did you know that lifestyle changes, along with the right vitamins and minerals, can play a crucial role in breast cancer prevention? Studies have shown that supplements like vitamin D, folic acid, and vitamin B12 can work in the prevention of breast cancer. Omega-3 oils are also very important in protecting yourself against breast cancer. At Parkview Pharmacy, we offer specialized advice, supplements, and support to help make the right choices for breast cancer prevention.
For over 30 years, the attorneys at Mocha Nunnery Law Office have chosen to fight for injured individuals rather than companies, standing up for the rights of folks just like you. The combined experience of Tom Moak Beatty Nunnery, and Jacob Moat will fight for you, whether you've been injured in an auto accident, personal injury claim, workers' compensation, Social Security, or have a federal black lung case. Injuries are life-changing. Let Moken Nunnery help you move forward. Call 886-1515 for Moken Nunnery Law Office, Prestonsburg, Pikeville, Hansard.
Make your dream home a reality with Solid Rock Development. Dedicated to providing premier customer service with unparalleled workmanship, Solid Rock Development will exceed your expectations. Keep you up to date on the status of your construction project while meeting your deadlines. Using only the highest quality building supplies and equipment, Solid Rock Development will construct a home built to last for generations. Call 606-371-4807 for Solid Rock Development in Garrett, or find Solid Rock on Facebook.
This is Douglas Ray Hall, your Floyd County Circuit Clerk. For over 25 years, I've been promoting and praising our local athletes. But behind every athlete, there's a team. But it's not just coaches and teammates. It's parents who wake up early for practice, grandparents who cheer the loudest every game, and family members who stand by through every victory and defeat. They give their time, their energy, and their endless support, shaping the hearts and the minds of the next generation. To the parents, grandparents, and families of our athletes, thank you. We are forever grateful. Douglas Ray Hall, your Circuit Court Clerk.
Kentucky Farm Bureau has provided folks in the bluegrass with quality insurance and dependable service since 1943. As your local agent, John Greer Hunt is proud to serve the Floyd County community and to help get the right protection for your home, auto, life, or business. For a free quote, call John Greer Hunt today, 606-791-2122, or stop by the office at 1288 South Lake Drive in Prestonsburg and ask to speak to John. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
49-14, your final score here tonight as Prestonsburg rolls Leslie County to improve to 8-0 overall, 3-0 in district play. And the other game of interest tonight, Martin County knocks off Floyd Central 46-14. That sets up a big matchup next week. But before we get to that one real quick, 49-14 your final score. Mason Lewis kickoff return for a touchdown for the Eagles, 73 yards. Caden Caldwell also registered a rushing touchdown. And another big performance on the ground for the Black Cats. 7 rushing touchdowns, 4 from Kane Patton, 2 from Alex Johnson, who was perfect passing the football tonight, and 1 from Brody Hicks, led to the 49-14 win for Prestonsburg. So, well, let's go ahead and name our WMDJ player of the game, and then we'll break down what's on the horizon a week from tonight.
Well, I mean, last couple of weeks it's been Patton, but I'm going to go a different route this week. I'm going to go Alex Johnson, the quarterback. 2 rushing touchdowns, and going back to last week, like you'd mentioned before, a perfect passing, 11 of 11, 5 of 5 tonight, 6 of 6 last week, and a lot of rushing yards on the ground last week and this week, 2 touchdowns to cap it off. So WMDJ Player of the Week goes to quarterback Alex Johnson. Congratulations, young man.
5 of 5 passing for Johnson for 61 yards, but did his damage on the ground. 5 carries, 93 yards, 2 touchdowns, an average of 18.6 yards per carry. Alex A.J. Johnson, our WMDJ Player of the Game. So next week, Martin County 3-0 in the district. Prestonsburg 3-0 in the district. These two teams met in a thriller last year on this field. Yep. Prestonsburg has to make the trip up 23 to Inez.
Never easy.
And the winner is your 2025 2A District 7 champion. The loser, if all things go chalk in the playoffs, will have to make the trip to Pond Creek and a second-round matchup with the Belfry Pirates. So that matchup next week is that's a big one. Number 7 Black Cats, number 9 Cardinals.
And it already loomed large anyways.
It did.
A lot of emotion, especially with the, both Wes and Sean Hager going back to Martin County where they spent a lot of time over there coaching as well. So, and then you throw in the scenario of a district championship on the line, and then getting Prestonsburg already secured at least one home game tonight in the playoffs. If they win next week, they've got 2 like they did last year.
Yep. And,
and Martin County, and you talk about what the loser has to go through if all the stars align, so to speak, having to go to Pond Creek over at the Cam to play Belfry in the second round. That and we've talked about it, that is not easy for anybody. So.
Do you want to win more so to to get the home playoff games, or do you want to win to just avoid going to Belfry in the second round?
Well, I would say, obviously, I'd say
that's an honest question.
Yeah, the mindset obviously would be to, get 2 home playoff games. But I'm sure they're talking, we don't want Belfry either.
No.
We don't want to have to go over there and play them. So.
And then you take your chance with the RPI when you get to the region final round of the third round. So that's one game next week. The other one, Leslie falls to 1-3 in the district. They are off next week. The other game is Knott County Central at Floyd Central. Now, Knott Central is 1-2. Floyd Central is 0-3. If the Patriots win, the Patriots are your 3 seed. Leslie is your 4. Floyd Central is on the outside of the postseason looking in. If Floyd Central wins next week, then you create a 3-way tie with Knott County Central and Leslie County. All 3 teams will be 1-3. They all would have beaten each other. Floyd beats Knott, Knott beats Leslie, Leslie beats Floyd. Then it comes down to RPI. And obviously who you've beaten. And I think Knott County Central would probably have the edge in that scenario. But it would come down to the last week as well. If you can kind of win your final game of the year, Floyd hosting Fleming would kind of help them a little bit, Fleming being a 3A school. Right. So it wouldn't be decided until after the final week of the regular season. So if you win next week, if you're the Jaguars, then you have to wait a little bit. But first things first, take care of business against the Patriots. And honestly, it's a matchup, I think, I don't know that it favors Floyd Central, but it's not one that is too disconcerting if you're a Jaguar fan. We've seen the offense move the ball. We've seen the offense be successful and productive. You just got to get the other 2 phases, kind of getting not completely up there, but you got to have them not be as much of a hindrance as we've seen them be at times this season.
Yeah, because you just can't solely rely on your offense only, and we've seen it several times. That's what they've had to do in certain situations. Even over at Leslie County, I know they only lost by 12, but how many times do you put up 46 points and lose in a game? So they definitely got to get that defense going in special teams, which, like you said, have been big-time killers all season long. So, and we've seen Knott Central as well. They're the same way, and you look at how their offense is. They had a couple big plays against Prestonsburg a couple weeks back, but their defense really let them down when they really needed them to step up, and we've seen that several times with Floyd Central. But a lot of big-time games rolling down as we roll into the end of the regular season. And, and we talked about this right here, Prestonsburg going up the road to Inez. It doesn't get any bigger in this area than that game next Friday.
For all you Prestonsburg fans, we did reach out to Martin County about covering that game live next week. Not going to get into the details, but we will be going to Floyd Central.
Sorry. We would love to be there,
not to say that we don't want to go to Floyd Central. We thoroughly enjoy going up there. We just knew the magnitude of the game at IDES next week. We did look into that. We will be going to Floyd Central, Knott County Central. We will be keeping an eye on the Prestonsburg-Martin County game. So we will be coming at you live next week from the very athletic complex on the hill behind Floyd Central High School for the Jaguars and Knott Central Patriots. Again, one more time tonight from Black Cat Stadium. Prestonsburg rolls Leslie County 49-14 to stay undefeated, 8-0 overall, 3-0 in district play. For Chris Porter, the Porter House back at the studios in Martin, Kentucky. For Josh Peach Page making his return to Cameron tonight, Whitley Hall was on homecoming. We allowed her to take part in that, and we excused her absence tonight. She'll be back with us next week. For Steve Sloan, I am Josh McKinney. One more time, 49-14, your final. The Black Cats roll the Eagles of Leslie County. So long from Prestonsburg.